Engage.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Winners Don't Use Drugs, presented by Engage Gaming, episode 162.
In crystal clear clarity.
Yeah, I'm Darius. That is Nolan, who is holding it down for Steven, who's not with us again.
Trying.
Get well soon. And Zach, how you doing today?
Tired.
Yeah, I feel you, bud.
Tired of this. I can't swear yet. Tired of. I just wanted to pre-order a Switch 2.
Yeah.
I also wanted to pre-order a Series X when it came out. And I wanted to pre-order a PS5 when it was going to come out.
Well, see,
I've been screwed over the last 3 consoles.
yeah. Isn't it bad when you know you can make the thing happen? And
Last time it was a natural disaster. This time it was a disaster.
just a regular.
Just a regular disaster. Yeah.
No natural element. Actually, yeah, because everything about this is almost unnatural.
Yeah.
But, well, Nolan, we were told, at least I was told by many people online with anonymous usernames and anime profiles, that Nintendo they were done. This was going to be like the Wii U, and nobody wanted to pay the prices. They were unfair, and Nintendo hates its customers.
Always, yeah.
And I mean, it's only got an $80 Mario Kart. Like, this was gonna be awful. And you're like, wait till Japan numbers come out. There's gonna be just, you're gonna see. And Nintendo released a statement talking about, hey guys, we probably ain't gonna be able to give you as many systems as we thought you would want.
Yeah. I don't even think Nintendo expected to completely sell out of their allotment. I think they were like, market conditions are pretty soft. I think we'll be okay, guys.
The Japanese online Nintendo store alone had 2.2 million pre-orders.
Woo.
For Japan, that is absurd.
That's an absurd number for Japan.
That's about as many people they got.
I'm saying, like, bro, that is a large number.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look at Google Japan's numbers real quick.
No, they're like, what, 200-something million, so.
Are they?
124 million.
Oh, okay, 120-something million.
That's still a significant amount.
Yeah, over 100, that's right.
For a
'cause
video game.
It's a third of the U.S., it's about a third of the U.S. population in a land area roughly the size of California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They packed in there.
Yeah.
But yes, what is that? How much percent is that?
Like a little less than 2%.
2%. But that's just through the online store.
Mm-hmm.
So
And that's a lot.
so
I mean, that's still a lot.
yeah,
'Cause that's counting people like families. So that's not counting households.
exactly.
It'd be much less for household.
And the number I heard that they had worldwide was 6 billion
Billion?
consoles.
6 million consoles?
Yeah. That's the number I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
I mean,
so if that's true.
That would have been a good starting amount, though.
Yeah.
Like in like compared to general releases.
For a console coming out late spring
And I'm not included in that 6 million.
and almost, effectively $500, more than that in some places too. You know what? 6 million should be enough.
Yeah. No.
No.
Things is moving.
Yep.
And I
Yeah.
get it.
Much like the last Assassin's Creed, everyone looked at the Japanese numbers to prove some stupid point that they were trying to make, and well,
That's what they was doing. They was look at the Japanese numbers. It's like,
Japanese actually really like that game. Here's the weird part. They actually revere that black guy over there.
no. See what?
It's weird.
So I saw a dude online who said he had a cousin in Japan that was stationed there. He used to get the games early. And he told me they hate him.
Of course. Yeah. Anyway.
Also, it just appears that they made a really good game.
Yeah, imagine that. Make it a good game and folks actually like it and buy it. Huh.
That's crazy, right? Like,
Somebody should tell EA about that.
ugh.
Anyway.
Speaking of EA, that is something that we didn't
They've
bring
been
up.
trying.
Well, Respawn made some weird, odd post about
Yeah.
the future of Respawn and stuff happening, but nothing's actually happening. So apparently they had a Titanfall 3 potential game. It wasn't officially a Titanfall 3 game, but it was potentially going to be Titanfall 3, and it was an extraction shooter for some reason.
Well, yeah.
And it was canceled.
That was canceled. Yeah,
that was
because they laid off, like 300 employees?
300,
Something like that?
300 people got laid off, and the game was officially canceled.
And that was officially canceled. Now, Because the rumor started coming out that that a Titanfall 3 was being worked on.
Yep.
A few weeks ago, and last time I got excited about
with Titanfall stuff.
Well, last time I got excited about that freaking whatchamacallit came out.
Apex Legends?
Apex came out, so I was like, I'll just wait till I get the actual Titanfall 3 announcement. But so I don't know if that's the game that kind of leaked out, if it was that extraction shooter, or are they still working on a Titanfall 3?
That part was never clarified.
Yeah, so.
But them releasing like a statement about it made it like really weird. But, EA, man. They
it's so weird a company as big and old as EA, and they seem to be just lost.
Yeah.
They can't.
What are you talking about? You're gonna get a new Mass Effect. Okay, Shepard's
Are
back.
we? I mean, because BioWare's basically gone.
Well, you like the Dead Space remake, right?
I mean, we
might consider making a Dead Space 2 remake.
I mean, that would be kind of cool, I guess. I didn't even like the Dead Space games, but the remake of that first game was fantastic.
So we might do that. We haven't actually confirmed anything.
Yeah,
but we might do that. We've been considering it.
I feel like they're still like, we gotta make a, it's just the way the game industry is now. It drives me nuts. Everybody's just going for the grand slams.
What happened to getting on base, Nolan?
You get 4 folks on base. That's a home run.
It is a point.
You scored a point.
It just.
And if somebody comes up and knocks one out of the park, well, there's your grand slam. But don't try to just everything is like everything has to be a home run. Just swing for the fences every time. And when everything fails,
we're EA, baby. That's what we do.
You're losing the game 12-0.
The problem with that analogy is all those people that are hitting those singles for EA are like Alex Rodriguez. 15-year, $100 and whatever $1 million. Like they're not cheap. Like they're not your role players.
Yeah,
they're your all stars. That they need to be hitting home runs.
We got a roster full of Barry Bonds, baby.
That's the problem. It's costing so much money, and they're just like, if it doesn't sell 15 billion copies,
if everybody stops going after the freaking fads, it's like I'm kind of glad that it seems like everybody's going away from the.
They just canceled an extraction shooter, Nolan. They are not going away from the fads.
Well, I mean, I feel like that was them kind of giving up. I mean,
extraction shooters fads, though.
No, but
there's really not that many.
Well, there's not that many, but there is some that have made a good bit of money, and we would like to somehow take the money that they've made,
right,
and put it in our pockets,
right. Just now, going after stuff like that, going after the
extraction shooters that just kind of launched this week, or. As I say that.
Well,
not really launched, but they're in testing right now.
But going after the games as a service thing.
That's what it is.
Finally, it seems like everybody's like, okay, it doesn't seem to matter how much money you put behind it, what you put in it. Everybody's got that 1 or 2 that they already play, and they're not going to play yours.
Yep.
Sony's finally giving up on it. Thank God. Maybe we can get some Sony games before 2028.
We got Ghost of Yote. It's coming out October.
What? Yeah. What else? What other first party game is going to come out for the PS5?
Bro, you
what other first party? What? I mean, PlayStation 4 had at least 2 its entire life every year.
First of all, you got The Last of Us remake 1 and 2.
Again.
But it's coming as 1.
I was recently reminded, I was like, oh my God, I forgot I used to make fun of this. You remember The Last of Us 1 was a PlayStation 3 game?
But this is a bundle with 1 and 2.
It was a PlayStation 3 game.
Bro, look how I look now.
Resistance Fallen Man 3 came out after that game did?
Hey, and you know what you're never getting a remake of?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we about to remake the Greek God of War. Allegedly,
yeah.
We're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Are they gonna make any more of the is it Killzone games?
No, brother, you're not getting the Resistance, you're not getting the Killzone, you're not getting the Infamous. Those games don't exist anymore.
No,
what is
not
Sucker
anymore.
Punch doing right now?
Are we making the
Ghost of Yote.
We make Ghost of Tsushima games.
Probably
now.
Tsushima
And what is
too.
Naughty Dog working on? They're working on the Intergalactic.
They're working on Intergalactic, yeah.
So you got some
That thing ain't coming out for the PS5. I'm calling it right now.
Intergalactic's not coming out?
That is a PS6 game.
Really?
Cross gen at best.
Well, you know they're gonna
Really
spend
Mark my words.
the first 3 years of the PS6 are gonna be PS5 games.
When do you think PS6 is coming out though?
Probably about 3 years. They'll announce it in 3 years.
I'm thinking they're announcing it in 2 at the most.
That's silly, isn't it?
But also, didn't it just come out?
No,
It feels 2020. That thing came out in 2020.
I know it's crazy, right?
Oh my god, we got to get into this conversation. Y'all got to have more time that you devote to playing video games at the detriment of every other aspect of your life, like I do.
Unfortunately, I don't.
Okay.
I got back
wish.
into Tarkov. So
Yeah, you did get back into Tarkov, which I'm happy for you, bud, because that means that you're feeling something.
No, I'm not. I'm feeling anger and anger and
It's a scary
anger.
game, man.
No, it's not scary. It fucking pisses me off.
Yeah. Bro, I wouldn't be able to move from the starting point in Tarkov.
I don't.
Somebody's gonna shoot me. I know it, bro. He's gonna shoot me. He's gonna shoot me in 2 seconds. Somebody's gonna shoot me. I'm dead. I knew it. But to the thing about these EA, it's hard to tell EA, right, that you can't make X billion dollars per game, even when you spend a bunch of money, because they still have things like Madden and whatever the version of football that they got, bringing in $1 billion in transactions.
Well,
Apex is still bringing in money. Like
Apex is still doing good. The sports games are kind of down over the last year.
No,
that's because it's because y'all putting in that. First of all, Europe is trying to screw us by taking all the loot based stuff away from us. Okay, they don't want people to fake gamble.
They're not hurting. They had college football last year,
Yeah,
and Madden, and I'm pretty sure they
dropping
parlayed
Madden.
a lot of those college footballs into Madden.
Yeah, it did. That bundle's not a bad deal.
Is college football coming out this year?
Yeah, this comes out
I presume.
June 20
It's in
something.
June now.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
They said June 20 something.
Okay.
Or yeah, I want to say June, but they bro, the build up to this one.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
The promo was not there at all. It was just like a post I saw on Twitter where it was like, oh yeah, the official release date of college football 26 is this day or
I
something.
expect that.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna beat the build up of last year because it was what, like 12 years, 13 years before it came out.
13, I think.
But yeah. I mean, they have these things that make so much money, and then to turn around and be like, why can't we make this one do that? We got these doing, like, they keep showing Battlefield stuff. Battlefield 6 is coming out, no?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen.
It's more Battlefield-y than you ever seen Battlefield be Battlefield. But I didn't see nothing that made me want to buy it. Like, it looked like another lie.
As much as we want to complain or poke fun or whatever about Madden and soccer, I mean, if they don't have Madden and soccer, we don't get other games.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if they're even around anymore.
Right, they probably fold as a company.
Yeah.
So
The NFL deal was
even
a
though we
fantastic
don't,
move.
we'll play Madden every once in a while. I don't think we've ever played really FIFA before, but I'm thankful for those games. That gives us opportunity to get other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get the money to fund whatever other games.
I think Wild Hearts was a really good game. I don't think it got its flowers, but it was still a really fun
It was
game.
such a tough year it came
and it's
out
just
too.
and it's not. I would play it more, but it's not really my type of game to play.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoyed the little time we did play.
I'm really shocked that game did not get any sort of Monster Hunter fans to like champion it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was like the people that I see that are really big into Monster Hunter, they're not necessarily against playing other games like that. Right. They just happen to think Monster Hunter is.
I mean, if you think about how long it took for Monster Hunter to finally hit over here, though.
Yeah.
And it's still fairly niche.
Yeah.
I think the Monster Hunter fan is probably just going to stick to Monster Hunter.
But then
it might just be me.
Wasn't there another like EA original game? Not the first
there was
person magic shooter, but the other one. It was like
the spell
Immortals of Atrium.
Immortals of
I'm saying not that one, but wasn't there a third one?
Oh,
that you played. It was like you had to like kill things to let the princess get somewhere.
Oh yeah. The one.
I don't know if that was EA though. That might not have been EA.
No, it was. It was the one with the dice and all of that stuff.
The dice,
wasn't it?
I don't know.
I think he's
I
talking
think
about.
You were the only one that played it.
I think he's talking about Path of the Goddess from Capcom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Kimitsu.
Where you had to
yeah.
recruit people.
Yeah, the Kimitsu Path of the Goddess. That's a weird game. Yeah. It wasn't
I played
bad.
it a little bit. No, I thought it was kind of fun.
like I got to like the third boss, and I'm like, all right, y'all got me doing a lot, and also it's a lot of trial and error at certain parts because you gotta like you get a limit on the number of people. You got different classes, they behave differently, and they got you going around the map and doing stuff as you start to keep playing. It's like, all right, in the beginning where it was like fight some enemies, level up some dudes, I could do that. Now y'all want me to really like real time strategize.
Oh no, you have to. Yeah, you have to really start to think about what you were doing the further you got into it.
Well, yeah, the Immortals of Avium. You played it, right?
Yeah, it was a pretty solid game. It's another one of those games where it's like, I really hope that too, but also I really hope that y'all get a chance to either expand on this. I didn't finish it, but like if you can expand on this world, or if you get a chance to like do something else that's like in the vein of it, but not quite the same. Yeah. You might have something, but the problem is when those games for companies like EA don't hit a home run, they might not ever get a chance to do anything with that IP again, and that's the part that kind of sucks. Because at least with like Ubisoft, like you'll get, they gonna make a Far Cry and they gonna make an Assassin's Creed. So if you kind of own something, you might be able to implement it again, and that might be the one that catches on, and all of a sudden your studio gets clout to make whatever it is you really want to make. Ubisoft gonna need something.
I know they recently brought up the whole they mentioned that KOTOR is still a thing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. Is like they keep.
I think they're about to start leaning a whole lot into Star Wars, because really the only other thing they've been selling are the Star Wars games.
Yeah,
which is funny because those are single player, totally not online things. Because Respawn is like, hey, we're making a single player game, and they're the only company that works with EA, I think, that can tell them what they're going to do, and EA is going to be like, okay. It's like, do not mess with
Respawn.
But didn't they just fire 300 people?
That's because they was working on the Extraction Titanfall 3. That part wasn't. Whose idea was that?
I don't know. That'd be fun.
So the thing with the extraction shooter part is like, okay, so it's going to be PvE VP, right? Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what are you doing?
Where's my Titanfall?
Yeah, what are you doing with the Titans? Are you all fighting for the ability to call one down? And
maybe it's kind of like a hunt showdown,
which will be, you know what? I wouldn't be opposed to that as a mode in Titanfall 3.
Titanfall, exactly.
Like you can do that. That's
just
great.
Make Titanfall 3.
Yeah, but also give me like regular Titanfall multiplayer, and some sort of campaign.
Yeah,
do Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty got 5 games in it. Do that. Make Titanfall 3, the story that you want to do.
But how can I put a battle pass on that?
I got you. Right. See, that's what I'm saying. You want to do the Call of Duty model. It's going to be perfect. You make the single player game you want. You make the multiplayer where it's just the generic, regular multiplayer stuff that we want to do. Mm-hmm. And then you can do this extraction mode thing right in there.
But I could just put the money from the single player into the battle pass and make more money.
You could do both. Call of Duty does that. They got zombies and Warzone. They all got their own battle pass. They don't, but it feels like.
But their campaign's only 2 hours long. I can make a 2-hour campaign.
I mean,
at this point,
Titanfall 2's campaign was about 2 hours long, but it was fantastic.
I take it if you gonna actually give it to me and not cancel it.
Yeah,
you have to get the battle pass to get the campaign.
There it is. No, it's not going to be just that you have to get the battle pass.
You have to finish the battle pass.
You got to finish the battle.
It's on level 50 unlock.
Bro, that's the nastiest thing when battle passes do that. It's like, not only do you have to pay.
Do you know what fucked up would be? So it's the battle pass, right? Let's say the campaign is 6 chapters. Every 10 levels, you get a chapter. So you can play. You have to go play multiplayer until you get to level 10. Then you can play the first level of campaign.
What was that?
Am I giving them ideas right now?
Yeah, you might be giving them ideas. Well, Exo Primal, it was kind of the whole game was PvE.
Yeah,
but you had to play like certain. You had to do certain things within the PvE to make the story happen. But it wasn't guaranteed, so you could play a match and like that event didn't happen when you played that time. Mm-hmm. So guess what? You ain't made no progress, bud. We'll queue up again.
It was like Titanfall 1.
Yes,
where the whole campaign was online. So guess what happened about 4 to 6 months after the game came out, when nobody was playing online anymore? you couldn't get through the campaign.
Yeah, you were earning your points in the academy and doing the stuff. That's why
I played through the one campaign, and when I came back a few months later to play through the other campaign, I got 2 missions in and never got any further. Yeah. Just sat there waiting for enough players to play the next campaign mission.
We don't have any gold. Yeah,
so bad.
But yeah, I mean, I hope they figure out whatever they're gonna do with Respawn next. I think we're overdue for a Battlefront. We've had a lot of Star Wars content, you know what I'm saying, that you could use.
And they've gotten that game to a place where it
was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think they need to figure out their progression thing because, like, coming in as a new player in that game, you physically can't do the same level of damage as the other people. Which, in one area, I understand. You've played it, you've earned the points and the cards and all of that, but, like, there's got to be a way for people to catch up. You got to do something. And it can't be a battle pass.
It can't be money-wise.
Yeah. Even though Battlefield used to do that. You want to get all the unlocks? $2, man. Get all the class unlocks, no?
No, I'm good. I'll just play the game. I don't care that much.
I got all the unlocks. No, well, they put in like the Game of the Year edition one time. I thought that was kind of smart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know Nolan didn't get a chance to play yet because he's doing adult stuff. But before we get to that, GOG. I don't know if you got. I'm sure you all have heard the GOG preservation program.
Yeah,
where they make sure that these games are accessible on PC for henceforth. They put Breath of Fire 4 on there, and I scooped that up when immediately. I got up to Atlanta. $10 for that game. Oh, that's good. That's good money right there. But I wanted to ask you all: are there some old games that you would like to see preserved, or like
Star Lancer?
I knew he had one like in.
I voted for that when they had I don't know if you went on GOG when they did the whole thing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Breath of Fire 4 was it originally on PC?
No, it was PS1 game.
Yeah, it was PS1.
PS2. PS2?
No, PS1. It's PS1. Because it's expensive. It's very expensive.
Yeah. That preserves it too.
Huh? It does preserve it. It preserves it real good, but this preserves it for the amount that I can afford.
Yeah. No, I mean.
And now you can give me a copy of it for free because they don't put DRMs on their games.
Oh yeah, I got you.
I don't know. It would have to be an old PC game for me.
Yeah.
And I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Because if it's already on console, I would rather just go get the game.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be more expensive and I might have to save up for it or whatever. I think I'd rather have the original than I'd
still want a physical copy of Breath of Fire 4. Yeah. No, yeah. I completely understand.
Star Lancer when they did the little campaign where you could write in whatever games. And I started writing in all kinds of crap. Some stuff that was already on GOG. I was like, I forgot that's already there. But I was like, Star Lancer, because I noticed Free Lancer was one of the highest voted games on there, and that's what made me think about it. Star Lancer. So I type it in, and like 3,000 other folks had already put it in there too. So I was like, okay. I mean, it wasn't up there with the other ones, but I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have the original disc.
So how does it work? Are they, when you say they're preserving them, are they making it so you can actually play on new computers?
Yeah, that's part of it. Part of it is making sure that it works with current generation hardware. So like,
Microsoft is not doing that.
No, that's the thing.
Because I tried playing like some like the old Sim Cities and stuff like that, and they're unplayable.
Yeah, I mean, KOTOR is like you have to get a fan patch. Because it's not technically playable on that stuff. Like they don't. Yeah,
I remember playing
Jade Empire as well. All the Bioware.
Riddick.
Oh,
Escape from Butcher Bay.
Yeah, to get the Xbox version, bro.
Well, we had it on PC. Our original computer that we played it on couldn't really run it that well. Well, we upgraded the computer. It was like one of the first like dual core, or it might have been quad core. Intels were coming out, and so we had gotten one of those.
Now you got to play Butcher Bay.
Well, yeah, it was the first thing we did. We loaded that game up on a new computer. This is going to be awesome. You get to the first part where you're walking into the prison and everything. Well, he like zooms
Yeah.
like through
I knew exactly what you was gonna say too.
through the architecture and everything. The game crashes. Like, what the hell? Restart the game. Zooms are through the architecture. Game crashes. What is going on? Oh well, the game wasn't made for for the new Intels. You actually have to install something to slow your computer, slow the CPU down. Eventually, they had the ability just to turn 3 of the CPUs off, but it was basically
processing it too fast.
Yeah, too fast, and it was just.
Well, doing it, you had full processors. They had to, all of them had to process.
Yeah. But that's always funny when you run into something like that. When your computer's just too strong to run something, you got to nerf it just to get it to run. I always think back to that. It just. Phew.
I mean, they had stuff. They had to start putting stuff compatibility mode.
Yeah.
Because something. I think
that's how I got X-wing and TIE Fighter to work finally.
Running on like Windows Vista.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what.
No, Vista mode was like the one you had to put everything on because that would be the only one that apparently that was the Windows games were optimized.
Kind of worked.
I would I don't know. I thought about that too. Like what I wanted to see. I honestly, and I'm sure Capcom is probably going to do this, but I want the Street Fighter Alpha, EX Plus Alpha.
The EX games.
Yeah, I want the EX games because, like,
I mean,
I was a soldier on the EX front line during the '90s when the game. It's like when EX Plus Alpha 1 came out. I was like, oh no, this is amazing, and people and like everybody in my neighborhood used to be like, bro, this ain't Street Fighter. Look at it. They all blocky and stuff. Like, look, it don't even look good. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Look at this thing. This is fan. They got meteors coming down when you hit somebody with a super. And
well, I remember playing the original EX in the arcades when it first came out. We used to play it at Qzar.
Like Quasar.
Yeah, but Qzar, yeah. It's a light gun place, but they had really good arcade. That's because the one we had here also had that was where you went to play X-Men versus Street Fighter and Street Fighter EX. And I remember playing it the first time, thinking thinking the same thing as like, man, this looks kind of, but I played it and I was like, wait a minute, you can cancel from a normal to a special to a super to another super?
It's super to super. Sign me up.
EX canceling is like that's where canceling really came from.
Yeah.
That game. So yeah, it was nuts.
That with the 3-level supers, because like, and then I think is it EX2 or 3 that they put like you can have like the 6 meters, so you could really.
I think that was 3.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because 3 was like we just gonna take the absurdity to the next level.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, 2 level 3s. It's like but yeah, I'd like to see those preserved.
I think we'll eventually get those in a Fighting Collection 3.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Because all the games that they left off of this last one, it turns out it's because they were all the ones that folks wanted, like freaking Tech Romancer. I always thought that game was on the Naomi board, but apparently it was on there actually the old PlayStation arcade board, which apparently is very hard to emulate. Not impossible, but they just didn't feel like doing it. So that's why you didn't get Rival Schools, Tech Romancer. Probably the EXs too, but that has something to do with Eureka, I'm sure.
That was the other thing too. Is like that licensing has got to be a nightmare because they both have characters in the game.
Yeah,
like those are fighting. Like at the time, I didn't know who Cracker Jack and Allen and all these and Blair. Like who these weird ass people they add in the Street Fighter.
Yeah.
All right, I guess. I mean, we trying stuff with Street Fighter 3 over there, and Alpha had some new weird people and stuff. Yeah. So I guess we just trying things.
Yeah.
But
Blair was my main character though.
But then, I find out later that like all of these are fighting layer people. I'm like, you got like Indian Zangief, Darren Meister.
Yeah,
he does the lariat toe instead of the just spinning lariat. But also, I would like to see some. I think there's a lot of Sega Saturn stuff that I would like to see on there.
Oh yeah,
3 Dirty Dwarves.
Yeah, bro. Like after playing that with you, I'm like, I think way more people need to know about that game.
I don't understand why it's only ever been on that, and we never got a sequel.
I mean, I'm sure that because part of the thing of it being on the Saturn means that nobody bought it.
Yeah.
Because
that game is fantastic.
Nobody bought Saturns.
Man, yeah, Saturn games.
Saturn games, Sega CD games, like was it Shining Force?
Yes.
The Sega CD Shining Force.
Shining Force CD was so good.
Apparently, it's the best one.
I would probably say so. Yeah.
But I never got a chance to play it, and I've tried to emulate it, and I've had
played it.
Enough issues that I give up, like any sort of resistance. I'm out. Like, bro, I can just get on Game Pass and see what's going on.
I got an emulator in the realm for it.
All right, well, holler at your boy at post podcast. We'll get it cracked.
See if I can find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's the?
There's another tactical RPG on the Saturn. A stall. I can't remember the name of it. Marquise had it, and I never got to play it because he got a bunch of Saturn games, but he don't have a Saturn, so I never got to. He got rid of the Saturn to get a PlayStation, but he's like, but I kept the games. I was like,
let me get them games.
Yeah, bro. One day I'm gonna just barcode this whole collection to be like
Dark Wizard.
Oh, remind me, I gotta show you something about that.
I forgot to bring that stuff too, but it's all right. We'll talk offline. Make the people on the podcast. What are they doing?
Really, yeah.
But no,
Sewer Shark, Tomcat Alley.
Tomcat Alley.
Did they make a game, Sewer Sharks?
Yeah.
For what?
Sega
CD?
CD.
There's a Sega CD Sewer Sharks?
Yeah.
Bro. No, I'm thinking Street Sharks. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if we could just get a Street Sharks game.
That's what I'm saying. I thought I'm like, there's a Street Sharks game. You said, I know the one that's like, it was like free with the console, right?
I know it was one of the early games that came out for it, like because we had it with ours. It might have came with it.
I'm pretty sure it came with it.
It might have came with it
because it doesn't have a real case.
Because we got
like that Wii Sports case.
We got the smaller one that the Sega CD fit on the side of the console instead of the top. It's a FMV.
Trying to show off them
vehicle shooter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kind of
like a Carmageddon.
Kind of, yeah. It was weird.
Which was par for the course of that time.
Yeah.
A lot of weird
God,
stuff.
you go back and look at those games now, and at the time, they were blurry and everything, but it was like, oh, cool, this is like real actors, but man, you look at that stuff now, it's like you can't even make out what the heck is going on that screen.
That and like the cuts with the real like.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, this is bad. Like that Scottie Pippen Slam Dunk City. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Seeing that game as a kid at Funko Land, I'm like, yo, the Sega CD has some like. What is Sega doing over here? Nintendo, y'all got to step it up. Playing Scottie Pippen Slam Dunk City, I'm like, oh, this is weird. This is what game's gonna be.
Yeah.
This feels like
interactive stories.
It feels like something that would be in Demolition Man. Like this is how we play games now, and I'd be like, give me a Genesis because this is not good. But yeah.
Oh God, what else? Popful Mail.
I want some of these Japanese games officially translated and put on there, like the Samurai Showdown RPG.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because from everything I've seen on it, it's literally just a turn-based RPG with the Samurai Showdown characters. There's nothing really special about it, but I want it so bad.
Yeah, I would like to play it.
Or we could get like Mortal Kombat Special Forces, permanently preserved. What?
Do we really want that?
We need. So you telling me you don't want Death by Degrees, starring Nina Williams of Tekken fame?
I mean, it sounds like you just want Def Jam Icon at that point.
I would like Def Jam Fight for New York and Def Jam Vendetta. Yes, Def Jam Icon I can do without.
What about Rise of the Imperfects?
Then everybody gets to experience Johnny Ohm.
Why did you have to bring that game up?
That's a good game.
I mean, we're talking about
preserving good games. Yeah. Right, Nolan? Preserving good
old games, yeah. No, I mean so much. I mean they already got so much stuff on there, but yeah, it is cool that they're getting other stuff. But to me, it was weird because when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, Breath of Fire 4." Okay, what about 1, 2, and 3?
Go, bro. Get on the.
Can we just get a Breath of Fire collection?
No, because you can go on Nintendo Online and play Breath of Fire 1 and 2.
Yeah, but I mean, Capcom could just give me 4 of them.
I mean, we don't even own most of them no more.
Just give me 1 to 4.
You don't want. Wasn't there 5 on PS2?
Yeah.
Where you turned into the dragon, but like it was like an action.
That was Dragon Quarter.
Yeah.
Were there 2 Breath of Fires on PS2 or just
it might
have
been 2? It might have been 2 of them. I just know that I seen one time.
The last one was Dragon Quarter,
and I was like,
and it was something.
Nightman, sneaky and weird. I did not enjoy that one.
Anything you've watched lately?
Ooh, I've watched the cutscenes in Clair Obscura, Expedition 33.
No movies though.
No, bro, I really should have went and watched Sinners. I just
Oh, you didn't go and see it?
Bro, I got up and then my dad came by. He was like, "You want to get breakfast?" I was like, "All right, yeah, we can get some breakfast." We got Licking Good donuts, and then we got some croissants, and we watched Seinfeld.
That's good too.
Oh yeah, bro, like it was a really like nice way to start the day. And I was like, I'm gonna just go ahead and do laundry. That's what I'm gonna do. Right, I'm gonna do some laundry. And then Sunday I was gonna do it, and then I was like, well, let me just load up some Claire Obscure and see how it's nighttime and the basketball games are on. Okay, I guess I'm done with this. So, no, I do want to watch it. I want to watch Heat, but I'm supposed to be watching it with my boys.
Whenever y'all want.
Okay, come over and watch Heat. You're gonna say it and then I'm gonna get mad, but also understand you've never watched Heat.
No, I've seen it before. Yeah.
But what have you watched?
I watched Warcraft.
Oh, the Warcraft movie?
Yeah, I wanted to. The only time I saw it was in theaters when it first came out. And I enjoyed it, and I'm like, I haven't watched it in a while.
I heard it's not bad. My mom watched it.
It's good. I understand why people don't like it, and the problem it has is the pacing is super fast.
They shouldn't pack a lot into.
They packed a lot into one movie, and honestly, they should have went the Lord of the Rings route and maybe made it into 2 or 3 movies.
I feel like there was something that happened where it was supposed to be more than one movie, and they end up. I think was it like the budget or something? Yeah. I think that's what happened. Like originally, they wanted to make it a bunch of movies, and
I think it would have been a lot better. Not that it's bad; it's actually a great movie.
I hear it's actually pretty good. Yeah,
I enjoy it. All the nods to the games and stuff like that is really cool.
I did watch something. I watched the Dungeons and Dragons movie again.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
I still haven't seen it.
What is it?
The
last one.
Yeah. The other ones don't count.
It's like
the only good one.
I still hadn't watched that
with Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Honor Among Thieves.
Honor Among Thieves.
Yeah,
and was it Chris Pine?
Yeah, Chris. Yeah. Yep. Which I mean, I always thought he was. No, I was just playing. No, he did. No, he did a fantastic. I mean, like that. I watched it again because I liked it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I saw the clip of them when. Is everybody watch? No, you haven't watched it, so I won't say much.
Watch what?
The Dungeons and Dragons movie. You just said you hadn't watched. Okay, but
you should see it. It's really good.
Yeah, it's
what is it on? It's on Max, right?
Yes.
I'm about to say it should be somewhere. I can watch it. I'm sure.
Yeah, I saw a clip on Twitter.
I had it lined up to watch
like,
on multiple things. I just never got around to it.
It is much better than I thought it was going to be, but I thought they did a really good job. Especially like I was surprised it didn't get a lot more praise. Like people who played like Baldur's Gate 3 and really like that. Like the way they kind of were like smart with how the stuff worked.
They didn't alienate people that never played Dungeons and Dragons before.
Yes, that's a great way to describe it.
They did a great job of including everybody.
Because there's a lot of fan
service. It also has a lot of nods to people that play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, you'll get everything if like that's what you do. Because the way they was using the stuff in there and like explaining and doing things, you're like, oh, that's probably how people be playing the game. Because I wouldn't. I'd just be like, attack. It didn't work. Guess we didn't make it, guys. So I did watch that. You watch anything?
It's the first 3 episodes of Andor.
I heard that's pretty good.
I want to watch that. You need to watch. Do you need to watch anything besides Andor? Can I start season 1, episode 1, and watch through it all and not be confused?
Yeah.
You gotta watch The Mandalorian. You gotta watch the.
No, it's basically leading up to like
Rogue
the
One?
first scene of Rogue One. So you really you don't even need to know what. This is 5 years.
It has a lot of people from Rogue One.
It's 5 years leading up to Rogue One. So season 1 of the show is 5 years from Rogue One.
Is Donnie Yen in it?
And no,
at
least not yet.
Not yet.
But and he probably won't because he's not introduced into the film unless he makes a cameo. But I don't know.
None of those characters were introduced until the film.
Well,
some of them.
But they all knew each other or they knew of each other.
Well, no, certain characters are in the first season and then this season. So the way that season 2 is, each week they're releasing 3 episodes. Each 3-episode arc represents a year. So originally they were supposed to be 5 years of the show. That was supposed to lead up to the 5. And the first season of the show, first of all, it's fantastic. It's just like Rogue One, like it feels so different from all the other Star Wars, but it also feels like but it's like Star Wars, you know. It's like
Vader
more
come and do the thing at the end.
It's more I mean not probably not the show. At least not yet.
How people gonna know who he is?
Well, watch Rogue One. But
Rogue One is definitely my all-time favorite Star Wars movie.
It was so good.
Yeah, it's
probably my favorite movie.
But season 1 was so good, but it took them so long to shoot it because it's so high quality, just all the way through.
I mean,
but
all the Star Wars shows are.
It took them so long to shoot and cost so much money to make. They realized, hey, if we do 5 seasons of this, what's his name? The star, Diego.
Diego Lima.
I don't know his name.
Luna. Diego Luna.
Rogue One was the first time I ever saw
Luna.
it.
Yeah, me too. But it's like, you know, he'd probably be 50 years old by the time they got through five seasons of the show, because it takes so long to shoot because they do so much. They do actual, you know, on set, on location shoots and stuff like that.
The main chick, she's not in it, right? Because she doesn't really show up until the movie, right?
No, yeah, this story is just about Cassian. But yeah, so each week they're releasing 3 episodes. That's a 3-episode arc, and each 3-episode arc is a year.
So there's going to be 4 or 12 episodes?
Yeah. So it's 4 weeks. This is week 2, was this past Tuesday. And supposedly the last episode is going to lead up right to the first scene that we meet him in Rogue One.
It's not the first scene in the movie.
No, just first scene we see him.
The movie is in the past.
Well, yeah, but no, the first time you see him.
The past has occurred.
In a galaxy far away.
Yeah, and a long time ago. Yeah.
Is it a long time ago too?
Yeah.
Can't be in the future.
No, Star Wars is a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
How are they so much more advanced than us?
Just they came up differently. I don't know.
They got it out the mud.
But
they're raised right.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so I hadn't seen episodes 4, 5, and 6 yet, but I saw episodes 1, 2, and 3. And
are they like? Is that year 2, and then 4, 5, and 6 is going to be year 1? And then 7, 8, 9 going to be year like 10?
No.
Oh.
So it's going to jump back and then jump forward.
Season 1 is 5.
I'm just fucking with you.
It's 5 BBY.
Because that's what they did with their
then the
movies.
first 3 episodes are 4 BBY, 3, and then 2. Then
what's BBY?
Before the Battle of Yavin. I mean, come on, man. I'm missing a Star Wars trivia night to be here. And you don't know what BBY stands for.
I thought you were talking about Baby Boy with Tyrese.
BET classic, by the way. You said some nerdy things on this podcast, Nolan. I mean, like some nerd deep cuts. That was probably the nerdiest thing. That was like a Big Bang line.
What? So what is it? You said BBY?
BBY, yes.
Sounds like
before the Battle of Yavin.
Category.
It is.
Yeah,
I like it. It's one of my favorites.
That's how the years are counted in
before the what?
Battle of Yavin, which basically episode 4. Battle of Yavin, when they destroyed the first Death Star. Oh my God!
Did they mention that at all in that movie? Did they say this is the Battle of Yavin?
I mean, it wasn't called that, but
did they even say Yavin?
But World War I wasn't called World War I either.
That's fair. But did they even say Yavin?
Yes.
When?
The rebel base was on Yavin 4.
When did they say that?
Oh my God!
Or is this some?
Is that where they was meeting at? When they did the thing and Luke Skywalker's like, I used to hit them in my tauntaun and all that.
Yeah. Okay. In the Masasi Temple on the moon.
Luke was banging some
on the 4th moon of Yavin.
Yavin hose? What?
Yeah, some BBYs.
Yavin's
BBYs.
The moon.
The big bag Yavins.
4th moon of Yavin.
Some big bag Yavins, man.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure if you type that in because of the nastiness and because of AI,
you might have to look at the dark web for that.
No, I feel like you could find that, like you could make that a thing, some big back Yavins, and be like, this is what we think they look like based on our computations. We gave them big backs because that's what you wanted. That's what you wanted, not us, but you. This is what we got. This is what a big back Yavin.
Did they really say Yavin in the movie?
I'm pretty.
Yavin 4.
You know what? I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure
I've
somebody
watched that movie
at
many
some
times.
point.
I've never heard that word before.
Because I don't
know none of the planets except for
Leia definitely says
Tatooine.
Dantooine, because that's where she sends the.
Yeah.
That's what she tries to send the
that.
Death Star, because that's where the rebel base was before they moved it to Yavin. But she knew they moved it to Yavin, so that's why she said that. And then her home planet got destroyed anyway. So
Is that Tatooine?
Tatooine. Or you mean her home planet?
Yeah.
her planet.
What's her planet called?
Alderaan.
Thank you.
All right, see, he's got something.
Because they say that in the fucking movie. They don't say Yavin in the movie.
Bro, I don't know where they be at. I don't mean where the little Muppets live.
Endor.
Okay.
The forest moon of Endor. We didn't see the planet of Endor until episode 9. Yeah. The water world where the Death Star was on that they had to go get the thing. That was actually Endor. The Endor you saw in episode 6
was just a moon.
Yeah,
The
that
Muppets
was
of the- okay.
that was the forest moon
the
of
Muppets
Endor,
of the moon.
which they definitely did say forest moon of Endor.
Okay. Then what's the ice place where you gotta trip
Hoth.
up? Oh, Hoth. Okay.
That's Hoth,
Okay,
yeah.
which we trip up the things. Everybody knew it quick too. Y'all good. Oh, yeah, good.
I know the places they actually mentioned, not the made up places
All
that
right.
you read
Okay.
in books.
Okay.
Oh
Oh, you read that in the book? That's where you got that from? Nolan?
no, I did not read that in the books.
You be reading them books?
No, not really. I wish. I don't like to
them
read.
They don't count no more though. But they
Most
do.
of them don't.
But they don't.
Every book, and ever since Disney bought,
Yeah.
kind of counts. But they brought a lot of stuff into a canon now, like
Is Knights of the Republican canon?
some of it.
Either it happened or it didn't.
Malachor is now the planet, the end planet of the first game, because that's where Darth Vader and Ahsoka fought. Shoot, that's why a lot of stuff happened on that planet. But I was like, Malachor. Wait a minute, Malachor. So Malachor's back into
So that means
back in
what's
canon now.
So is Raven a real person?
yeah,
or
Darth Raven?
Revan?
Darth Raven.
whatever.
I don't know. I think he might be like loosely
And what's
because
who's
he
his
was
apprentice?
he was brought up in
Or was he the apprentice of somebody else?
well he was no the big bad of the game was Revan's apprentice,
Which was
the guy that didn't have the jaw.
Yeah, that's
What
right.
Yeah.
was his name?
Malik.
Malik?
Yeah,
Malik?
Darth Malik.
I think it was Malik. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you defeat Malik is when the twist of the game comes up, which I don't want to say just in case some people still haven't played that game.
It's been 20 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, I don't care. Because, like,
I mean that
Happens after the fact? I
Yeah.
thought it happened before. I thought
no,
you realized it before.
you defeat Malik, you find out who Darth Revan is and what happened to him, and then the girl becomes the bad guy.
The girl is the bad guy in the second one.
No. The one you were with.
Really?
yeah.
I don't remember that.
She turns and goes off, and she goes to find the what do they call it, the anvil or something like that
Yeah.
on Malachor, because you chase
She
her to the
turns
planet,
evil?
and then you go to the
She
the
turns
machine
evil or turns good?
thing. No, she pretty much gets like seduced by the dark side, right?
Yeah, she becomes like the next.
But you are the dark side.
You can be.
You can be.
So if you're the dark side, what happens? 'Cause I'm
Same
pretty
thing.
sure I played.
Yeah.
Same thing, because it's still the rule of two still exists.
Yep. Has to be one master and one apprentice. Can't be two masters. Can't be two.
You are the
apprentices.
master.
But you also could be the apprentice, if you believe it to be so, as told by Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Well,
Then who was the old
What do
bitch
you mean?
in the
No, he
second
did
one?
say something like
I
that.
didn't say no.
Oh.
I said well.
Who's the old bitch in the second one?
Oh, that
She's the boss in that one, right? Is that what I'm thinking?
I never finished that one.
Yeah, I couldn't either because I fucking built my character incorrectly for that last fight.
You can't respect.
No.
Oh shit, that's
Can't
right.
respect in those games.
You kids take a lot of things for granted. Okay, respecting is a new thing.
My character was like the exact opposite of what you needed to be to beat that bitch. Like I think I was all lightsaber and no magic, and you had to have magic, or it was vice versa. I can't remember, but
Yeah.
I remember there was nothing I could do against her.
You the lightsabers in those games, man.
So I
Feel
beat
a level-
the game minus
level
beating
jump.
her.
Man, God, that first KOTOR was so good.
You spent a lot.
Why didn't you finish it?
2,
Yeah.
the PC version was just so freaking borked, and it took
say
way
borked?
too long.
He did say bork.
You just said borked like it was a normal thing.
He's borked tons of games.
But no, it took way too long for me. It took way too long to get interesting. It took way too long to get your lightsaber back.
It definitely wasn't as good as the first one.
No. And
first one, you spent a lot of time on that planet, though.
As far as the story goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just was an unfinished mess as well. I did play the mod where they put a lot of they finished some of the unfinished stuff that was in the game, and that helped a little, but still, just I couldn't finish it.
Bro, I saw a clip the other day. I don't know why this reminded me of it because you said mods. I saw a clip. They were playing Resident Evil 5. And they modded Shiva to look like Tomb Raider. And the guy's like, did you mod this? It's like, no. And then it turns to Chris Redfield as fucking Master Chief.
That's good. Game looks a little different. Hope y'all ready for that Resident Evil 5 remake.
Is it happening?
So you think we're getting that first or 9? Because you remember it wasn't, a year ago that everyone just knew for a fact Resident Evil 9 is about to be announced and it'll probably be released next month. And then there was a world where Resident Evil 9 was just like, it's done, it's going to be here. And
I know they talked about they were supposed to announce it during the VGAs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they never did.
Nothing.
We haven't heard anything from them, right? As far as Resident
Evil.
Really.
You know what? I mean, Capcom...
They were getting ready for Monster Hunter.
I mean, yeah, everything was Monster Hunter.
Since Monster Hunter's released, Capcom hasn't really they've finished out Street Fighter, which ends June.
Season 2.
What do you mean they finished?
Like they finished season 2.
Elena comes out June.
Are they doing
5th.
season 3?
They're basically going to announce
so still hope for El Forte?
The season 3 changes come out with her, but they'll probably, like I said, Street Fighter that comes out the same day as Switch comes out.
Yeah.
And then
you can get
Game
the fighter,
Fest, and then Game Fest is right behind it. Summer Game Fest is right behind it, so they'll probably announce
what they're going to be doing.
What else? Like characters
we'll
and probably what other system, because the system changes come out with her. So whatever, and they have said there will be system changes too, not just
buffs and nerfs.
Yeah, there's going to be system changes too. So that's going to come out with her, and I'm assuming Capcom is going to do a big blowout on season 3 the next day.
The only thing they got lined up officially right now is only Musha.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which I mean,
they're coming out with expansions for Monster Hunter.
Yeah, what you say? What?
Akami.
Oh, the Akami. But the Akami remake is after Onimusha.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't even
that's the only
started
thing they've announced, right?
Yeah.
That's the only thing we know.
That's pretty much all they've announced, yeah.
Minus we know they're working on something Street Fighter.
Yeah, it's season 3. And then I'm assuming we hear whatever the next RE project is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say Code Veronica might be next.
I would love Code Veronica to be next, but based on what they released as remakes so far, story-wise, Code Veronica should have happened after 3.
After 3, yeah.
But they end up doing 4, which I mean 4 is going to be the slam. Like 4 is going to be the obvious slam.
That's their most popular one today.
Exactly. But they were saying
in the I guess you can say retro era.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. But 5 is the next numbered one, and it was the best selling one.
Yeah. But it was the best selling one, just like
4.
Final Fantasy 8 was the best selling Final Fantasy
because of 7.
Because of 7.
I'm resenting all of that.
But it's true.
It's true.
Ain't nothing true about none of that just because y'all say it. I was there. People were in the streets clamoring to stock and cast.
Just like Def Jam Icon is the best selling one.
It is not, first of all. Okay. We knew immediately. They had a demo. They messed up. They released a demo of that game.
Are you sure it's not the best?
Oh, I know it's not the best selling one.
I don't think it is, yeah. But
if it was the best selling one, we would have got another one after that wasn't the one was just karaoke.
They sold around 2 million copies of that game.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Fight for New York, it's a pretty strong brand.
I mean, yeah.
While they was pissing away the rest of the
I was working at EB Games when it came out. I mean, we definitely sold some, but.
It's going to hurt.
Nuh-uh.
It's going to hurt.
No, because the AI is wrong, man.
It's going to hurt.
I already know the AI is wrong, bro. It's the greatest hits.
Fight for New York just sold over 1 million.
It's the greatest hits. Def Jam Icon wasn't greatest hits.
Def Jam Icon sold double.
Yeah.
That's because it was on the new system. That's just the hype for the PS3 and 360.
It's because it's like Final Fantasy 8 and Resident Evil 5.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true. It is true. What's the point of putting Final Fantasy 8 in there? I don't understand. Like, we could have made the same point.
Honestly, it's because the Resident Evil 5 and Final Fantasy 8 are like the greatest examples of that happening.
Yeah. And it wasn't like 5 was bad. 5 actually starts off
it's not
really
like 8
good.
is bad.
Well,
I'm not going that far.
Come on, Dolan, come on, bro. Give me something. All right. But yes, yeah.
We're going to find out. I eventually plan over the next like 6 to 9 months to actually sit down and play Final Fantasy 6. That way I can shit on it just as much as he shits on.
Thank you.
Our
There's
games.
too many people in there. First of all,
ahead.
the party size is absurd.
No, I do want to play Final Fantasy 6 at some point, just because of how much you built it up, and it's probably
so
the biggest
It's just,
letdown. I've ever played.
No, I was watching somebody play it last night. Actually, I was doing some work when I got it. What the hell was that?
Yeah, what are you doing, though?
I was working on something last night, and I turned on Twitch behind me, and
Found somebody playing Final Fantasy?
yeah,
6?
somebody was playing 6. I couldn't tell if he was playing the Pixel remaster or that other remake of. I think it was the other remake
About
of it.
the iOS ugly remake?
Yeah. I think it was that one.
Everybody's so round.
But I remember playing it at first. I mean, first off, it starts off just the beginning of that game is just perfect.
He only like it because it got Biggs and Wedge at the beginning. He get to combine
All those old games had that.
Final Fantasy and Star Wars, and it's like, oh my goodness.
All the old Final Fantasy had Biggs and Wedge in it. Final Fantasy 8 had them in it. Didn't save it. But
How you talk? You talk so hateful.
no, but
He like stabs you back and then twists.
I remember playing the game, and the thing I didn't like about 6 at first was the music, because
I agree with you. The music's fantastic.
No, it's totally iconic now, but back then it was like the first Final Fantasy that the music wasn't really like some version of like the original game, because 4 was very much the Celtic version of the original, one, and even the fight themes and all of that. Fight theme was totally different. Just nothing really besides the little piano thing at the beginning. Nothing really felt like it. But by the end of that game, it was like, I'm humming every song in that game. So it just brought that back to me while I was watching. It's like, man, I hated this music when I first heard it. And now I was like, oh, God, I need to play this game again.
Yeah, when you play as that, and you're going to be like, bro, for he really be talking about the game like that?
Hey,
We'll see.
5 is right there.
hey, unlike some folks, I don't care if you like what I like.
We'll see.
Well, the difference is when I don't like what you like, I just let you like it.
Yeah.
When I like what you don't like, you gotta let me know why.
Well, yeah.
What do you mean? Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, I gotta rub it in. It's like that reminds me of when they're doing the Rick James and Charlie Murphy, and he's like, I didn't put my feet on his couch. Yeah, I grinded my feet.
I remember that.
Get him, Zach. Tired of this man. All right. Well, we can talk about something that we all agree on, right? That Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is fantastic.
A lot of folks are calling it game of the year.
Hey, man.
This year might go down as one of the best years in gaming.
Hey, it's got the spot
Which
for
is
me right
crazy
now.
because we just had 2
I know.
years ago. With the
2 years
greatest
ago
year.
was like the greatest year
And
ever.
last year
a
wasn't
lot of
really that
folks-
bad.
No, it
Yeah,
wasn't.
and last year was way better than everybody thought it was going to be.
Because they were like, the high we got to crash,
Yeah,
right?
it's like
No,
there's
baby.
nothing coming out this year. Hey, you know what? 2024 was actually pretty good.
Pretty solid.
So I've probably played maybe 6 hours. I don't know.
That's
I
good.
just got to the village or I haven't made it to I made it to the redwoods.
Oh, but you hadn't made it? Okay.
I haven't got it to the actual village yet.
Got you.
I've seen pretty much everything up to like a certain point, and I hadn't watched anything past that. Anytime I realized somebody's past that, I was like, no, I'm going to play it. So I plan to jump into it this weekend.
I would say the first hour and a half had me dreading it. Not dread. That's probably too.
No, I understand exactly what you're
It's
talking
like,
about. But
I want to play this game, but man, this first hour and a half is tough
so I
to
felt
get through
I
because there's a
felt like-
lot of story disposition.
there's a lot of
yeah,
exposition,
yeah.
right? But then also the parts that I played, like the actual play game parts, I didn't really like. I didn't
Feel
get
it
it
yet?
yet.
Talking
Yeah.
about like the 2 duels that you do.
The duels and
Yeah.
like
You
the
didn't
like
fully grasp the concept of the fighting.
exactly that, and then like even the traversal stuff. I'm like, we got me slingshotting around, and
Yeah, and it felt like very linear, which it is a fairly linear game. At least the parts that I played.
Well,
until a certain point. Right?
Yeah, you get to a certain point, and
it
it turns into, because when they talked about the build up to the game, when the guy was like, "This is like the stuff he loved about JRPGs," you could tell it's exactly like, because it does the same thing that the JRPGs do in a lot of cases, which is we're gonna have you go on the set path. Like there's gonna be a goal, there's gonna be different places you visit, but for the most part, you're gonna be going from spot to spot. And then there's going to be a thing that happens, and then the game
opens up.
Here you go. Now explore the world that we've presented to you.
And you know what's crazy? And I'm surprised nobody's tried to do this before. They literally put a Souls game into a JRPG.
Dude, and it's one of the things that, like, it makes sense, right?
Yes. It makes a lot of sense.
But
it's really good.
But nobody's done it, and then as soon as you see it, you go,
why hasn't anybody done this before?
Because, like, I'm not the biggest fan of Souls games in general, but there's something beautiful about the visual things that they put in those games.
Yeah.
Also creepy. In this game, I'll be playing the game and I'll be like, I'm kind of scared right now, but I'm on. I know I'm strong. I played a lot. I'm strong, but also I don't want to go around that corner.
Yeah, a lot of the imagery, especially early on, and that I've seen, I hadn't seen much past
it. It gets worse. It just gets worse.
Hey, what the hell? Like when they first, it's like, hey, we're going on the expedition, and
let me say.
When they start the game murdering like millions of people.
Well, the game
not
already,
millions, but like
the game already told you that this thing is about people dying.
Yeah,
like the whole premise of the game is already like, this is shitty.
So let's talk about the premise real quick. So people that don't know, the premise of the game essentially is this deity shows up.
The paintress.
The paintress is what they call her.
Which, quick side note, I thought her name was the paintress because of pain.
No.
Shut up, Nolan. I'm trying to be honest and vulnerable here, okay?
Yeah.
I thought it was about pain because it was death and all that stuff.
Now this bitch paints.
She painting, brother. She's painting, okay? Yeah. And the things look like paintbrushes.
Yeah.
I felt so dumb. I found that out like 10 hours into the game.
Oh, wow. That took you that long?
Because I kept thinking about pain. I'm like, oh, yeah, she causes so much pain. She's the paintress. And it's like, little paintbrush dudes. I was like, paintbrush dudes? Oh, no. I really wish I could have recorded when it hit me because I was just sitting there. Oh, snaps. Well, yeah, go ahead. But the paintress.
Yeah. So the paintress, she has a tower that she paints a number on, and anybody at that age or older is dead, essentially. And every year it drops a number.
Every year,
bro.
And every year they send a group of people, an expedition, to try and figure out how to fucking stop this.
Kill that bitch. That's what. And from people I talked to in the city,
the expedition started at 67. Was it
69?
No,
69.
The expeditions.
No, they started at 100.
Yeah, they started at
100.
The expedition 99, baby. As soon as she put the.
That's right. This is the 67th expedition.
Yeah. It's the 67th expedition, but it's called Expedition 33 because that's what the number is on the tower right now. Anybody 33 or older is dead.
Is it just me, or does Gustav look like he's older than 33?
Bro, no. They made a little explanation about this. So basically, visually, people are maturing faster, or like a lot of people
because their life is shorter.
Yeah. So and the more you play it, bro, they do such a good job. And
because the male, not male like Mael, but her name is Male.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
She's only like. She's like 26, but she looks like she's like a teenager.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because she's like 8 years younger than everybody.
9 years.
9 years, yeah.
Because they said, you have 9 years left on your life. Like, why are you doing this?
Which means that she's actually...
She'd be 24.
Yeah. So she's not even... Yeah. But she looks like she's like 16.
Yeah, well, no, I mean... The lifespan because her going up. Yeah, so
she might even be like 16.
Yeah, I think that makes her younger.
Oh, yeah. That does make her younger because it's dropping as she's getting older.
Yeah.
So, yeah, even worse. Yeah. Bro, it's a shitty setup.
I watched somebody play the first, like, couple hours of the game that had no idea what the game was about. He just saw everybody talking about it. He realized it was on Game Pass, started playing it. So when the first part of the game and you and your girlfriend.
The Gromage.
Yeah. And he's like, so what's going on? Is it like her birthday or something?
Oh, no.
Technically, yes.
I mean, yeah. And sure enough, the whole thing. And if you've seen the trailers and stuff, you know what's happening. But it was interesting watching him going.
Because he had no idea.
Yeah, he had no idea. All of a sudden, everybody just starts vanishing, and it's like, wait, what the hell? What the hell's going on?
I just got
what?
Thanos snapped.
No.
Bro, they got snapped.
Is she dead? What?
Bro,
no.
I don't know how they made it, because that's like the first 20 minutes of the game.
Something like that, yeah.
They made it like so impactful.
That's what I'm saying.
It makes you feel like, oh my god, this is fucked.
That dude liked Lost Odyssey a lot. Like, you could tell that game had a big influence on this game, because Lost Odyssey is the exact opposite. It's these people live forever.
Yeah.
And guess what's really sad? Watching other people die as you live forever.
Yeah.
Oh, because not everybody lived forever?
No, there's only 4 immortals in the game. And so these immortals don't even know, without going into too much detail, they don't even know that anybody else is immortal, because they don't ever they be having like memory losses and stuff. Like if you die, you basically like lose your memory because you can't die.
Right.
So they'll be having this whole life, and then
something happens
and they start over, but then they will end up getting in touch with one of the immortals again, and they'll tell them or whatever, and the memories come back, and then they got to remember, in addition to, oh yeah, I'm immortal, oh, I've lost a bunch of people. Mm-hmm. Like, they have families and everything, and then
it's kind of like a.
But they did it.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is kind of, it has a part like that, the cycle of life, and then there's like one real sad part of that game where it's like, man, this is actually messed up.
Well, like a lot of games do have sad parts, right?
Yeah,
but
great RPGs got to have something really.
I mean, this
game
it's like a messed up world.
You right from the start.
You said 20 minutes.
It made you feel.
Yeah, and like you can't wait to go on this expedition to try to end this crap. This is bull crap.
Which makes the next hour and 10 minutes dreadful.
Yeah,
it's like, bro, I just want to. I want to get into this.
Yeah.
Like, why are we doing all this? Why are we doing all this dumb shit?
Yes, you got to learn how to do stuff before they throw you in.
A lot of it wasn't like teaching you anything. You were just doing like, let's go talk to these people. I don't know who they are.
Yeah, so like there were there's a lot of little like quests that aren't actually quests that you end up getting things from. Like, without giving up to any information about a lot of the systems and stuff long term for the game, the customization stuff in the game. I mean, my goodness.
I've heard about it, yeah.
Like, we talked about making a game that's not going to make a bunch of money from battle passes and all of that. Bro, they have so many customizations for every character.
Talking about like the pictos and stuff?
No, I mean like visual customers. Like, you have a wardrobe.
Yeah.
I haven't got any wardrobe stuff yet.
Yeah, I turned on somebody's channel on Twitch just to watch them play the game, and I didn't think that was the game. I was like, what is this? Because they look completely different.
My people are swagged out.
I know it does ask you in the beginning of the game if you want to see your characters customized in the cutscene.
Mm-hmm. Which is, I mean, fantastic, bro. Because I know there's people that's probably got their characters looking absurd, because there's some absurd looking, like, you do hair and then you do your body.
When do you unlock? Is that something you like unlock?
You probably passed a couple of them by mistake.
Passed a couple of what?
Chances to get outfits.
Oh.
Let me ask you this. Have you fought a mime yet?
Yes, and I immediately left.
Why?
Because he whooped my ass and I did no damage.
Listen. No.
I was like, I'm not strong enough for this yet.
It's not even that. It's that. Trust me.
I've realized this game is just fucking hard.
Well, it can be.
It can be pretty difficult from what I've seen. Yeah,
it's the first time I've seen like the Mario RPG. I call it the Mario RPG style.
I'm right there with you, buddy.
Where you hit buttons. Yeah, you actively do it.
It's active. Yeah,
it's one of the first ones I've played that if you don't fucking dodge, you're going to die.
Yeah.
Or parry or like if you don't actually like,
which seems really strong in that game.
No. I mean, yes, it is.
Yeah.
But also, like,
because if you don't do it, you get fucked over.
Yeah.
Like, it's the first one, like Mario RPG, Sea of Stars, you don't have to dodge. You can just play the game straight up like a Final Fantasy game.
You can.
Choose your move. They choose you, and you can still beat it just fine. In this game, if you don't dodge, you're not going to beat Put
it on easy, though. They basically do no damage on easy. I didn't play on easy. One of my,
I don't want to play on easy. I want to play normal.
Yeah. Well, one of my friends, Aaron Muller, he put it on hard by mistake, and so he's like, I just suck. Apparently, I can't. Like every fight is taking me like multiple minutes to go through. Like these aren't regular like encounters. Like everything feels like a boss battle. And then somehow he was like, I think that because the tooltip, which
because it tells you every fucking time. You can change.
Hey, you get fucked up.
And I'm like, fuck you. Every time I reload the game.
Well, at least they don't do the SNK thing. You want to cut the boss life in half because you suck so bad? Yeah. We could do that for you because, bro, like, he is giving it to you.
Yeah, obviously you need some help here.
But no, so the mimes, because I ran from the mimes too in the beginning. Like I fought the first one.
I've only seen one, and I ran. I fought it twice and realized, I thought like, I don't have enough power. I can't kill it.
So
'cause I'm only doing like 2% damage every time I hit them.
You got to earn it. So the mimes, with like you said, the parry is super powerful, but more so with certain enemies than others.
Right. It depends on the element.
Well, and the mimes are really there for you to practice parrying. They only have 2 sets of attacks, no matter what level they are, and so you're supposed
all
to
of
be
them the same.
They use them to get outfits from.
No, I'm saying all the mimes are the same. Is what you're saying?
The attacks they basically look like the character whose wardrobe it's for. So the Gustav looking one, it's for him, and then so on and so forth. But yeah, they are literally made for you to practice parrying. If you do them at the levels you find them, they are fantastic experience points, especially if you get the no damage bonus, which gives you 20% more experience. So you can get it. It's kind of there to kind of give you a nice little boost.
If you parry, you just do a shitload of damage?
Shitload of damage, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the thing, every one of them starts the same. You start the fight, it'll say making the defense. And that's basically what they're telling you. It's 2 things you need to do to them. Parry, which will help you break them. And then if you break them, then your damage goes through the roof anyway. So it's like, just do that. But
you get to shoot off their shields too, right?
Yeah. If they have shields, then you want to take that out. Which it's an RPG, so they gonna give you stuff to deal with a lot of that stuff.
Well, I think it's really cool. There's a lot of mechanics in the battle system that keeps it kind of fresh.
Yes.
I like on the side where it tells you who's next and what's going. That way you can actually
10, baby.
You can actually plan your moves and how you want to do it. Like, okay, I can do this to set up for his next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Will be super strong because he's going to overdrive and
Yeah. They constantly. I want to say probably. So I've
they
played,
do throw a lot at you at once.
The plate doesn't really lighten up. You just the game like
figure it out.
You end up just dealing with it, right? But because even when I feel strong,
somebody will humble you.
I mean,
it feels like the beginning of a Devil May Cry 3 to me.
That's a good comparison.
Because everybody says that game is hard. I don't think that Devil May Cry 3 was. I mean, it's
hard.
It's a difficult game. I think you just start off underpowered. Because after a certain point is when that game starts feeling fair.
Yes.
But everything up to that is like, my God.
Everything takes so much to kill.
Everything's so hard to kill.
I think this game isn't really necessarily hard. It's just if you don't understand how to dodge and parry, it makes it super hard.
Well, what they do is,
but if you figure out dodge and parry, it's not so bad.
It's not so bad, yeah.
It's not so bad, but also still, if you're not doing that, like the thing they do that's really good, but also you know this is more of like the kind of Souls component, right? Which is you meet an enemy, and let's say the enemy looks like a knight, right? And you meet the knight, and it's like, okay, the knight got a big sword. This is his combo. He comes up and he does swing, swing, swing. All right, cool. You get used to that, and then you find the blue knight, and now all of a sudden the blue knight
has a little wrinkle.
He's got something like he's got multiple moves now. So now he's got I do swing, 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 jump, swing, and then I got the one where it's like real slow. Look at the tongue, look at the tongue, look at the tongue. Ah, now you dead. So you don't want to get hit by that one.
I dodged 5 times before he hit me,
bro. Well, my characters be.
I got spam it now because I missed it.
They spazzing out every time. I'm flinching. Yeah. I'm just constantly flinching. Even on my turn, I'm still.
I mean, it's a lot like Sea of Stars.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if they looked at Sea of Stars while they were making this, or they were going to do it like this anyway.
Well, remember the developer video.
It makes the combat fresh.
It does. It just keeps.
Yeah, it keeps you engaged in it.
Yes.
You're not just hitting fight.
This is, and you know what? When I played this game, I thought about Final Fantasy 13, and I know Nolan, you're gonna remember this. Final Fantasy 13, when they first started showing the previews for it, was showing like Lightning do all of these cool things and all of this stuff, all this cutscene style attacks.
Yeah.
And then you get the game and it's like, oh no, you can do those attacks, but all you did was press X.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, now watch her do all of these cool things. And it's like, hey, like Knights of the Round is a cool summon, but like, I don't want that for pressing X. Like, I still want to, like, I want to do stuff. If she gonna be doing all that, I need to do something. This game it's such a great balance in that regard to where you're always engaged in it, engaged gaming, but but like they're doing so many things, and like I don't want to say too much, but they're gonna keep adding stuff to what you do.
Well, and it's cool because you can, the way you build your characters, you can have them play like complement each other. Like, I have Loon doing fire damage, so Mel has extra damage when she does fire. Plus, she has a move that increases fire damage for Loon. And
now I am annoyed at one thing, and I know it's because like if they gave you everything, you would be overpowered. But like 6 skill slots, bud. Come on, man, give me 8. Can I get 8? Can I get an 8 piece? If I get an 8 piece, I think I could be nigh unkillable. But I gotta pick 6, and so now you gotta kind of figure out. Plus, the different weapons have different like different things that they kind of modify.
Passives.
Yeah, so it's like I kind of build to my weapons, but also trying to build for the team. But I'm also like, I really like this combo I be doing. This I feel this one. Mm-hmm. It might not be it's not the min max, but like I like it, and I can get the button presses down, so I can get the most damage every time. Because sometimes they be like,
my hands don't work right.
Hey, it turns red to make you feel bad too. Like you messed up on that one. But no, it's oh gosh, the story as y'all get into it, like, I mean, it's there are some curveballs that took me a few moments to be like, oh, really? Okay, let me take a moment to really like. That's just such a I didn't see that coming, and not some of this like M. Night Shyamalan twist. Like what a twist.
Yeah. But it's like is the Pinterest.
But it's like it's like this. It just builds more to the world. Like the world just gets bigger, even though it's still in the same place. It's like, oh, I mean, wow, okay, is that what we doing? And then it goes and it's the next thing, and like, I mean, there's so many just like side questy things that you pass by, and they did a thing that I like sometimes and sometimes I don't like, and I think in this version I do like it, which is the optional bosses that are just in like, this is where you're supposed to go in this map. You go over here, he waiting for you. Now you probably shouldn't do that right now, which I've seen people post pictures of they fought bosses that they had no business fighting for 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean like.
But if you die, like you said, you dodge and parry, you could just chip them down.
Yeah.
Dude, I felt like I fought a boss that I probably shouldn't have, but I might have, should have. I don't know.
I mean, but the thing is,
it's off the beaten path. So.
If you can beat them, you can beat them.
But I mean, a lot of bosses, I'll sit there and I have to reload like 10 times just to beat them, just to kind of get figure out their pattern.
Yeah, figure out the pattern. The thing too is, and one of the developers posted this. He was like, "Hey, you should dodge first to get the patterns and then parry. The parry window is much shorter than the dodge window. So please, guys,
when you start getting perfect dodges, when you should start parrying."
See, look at that. Now, when I play, he got me.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Expedition fails. I mean, and honestly, it saves after every fight, which is a very smart thing. So like,
that's cool.
You're not losing progress. Plus, there's like 3 other. It's kind of like a rotating thing of saves. So if you wanted to go back a few moments before you went to this particular dungeon or something like that, you probably still have a save. I like that. Like there are enemies. Like there are no random battles.
Everything you see is what you fight.
Yeah.
I'm at the stage in my life with RPGs where the screen just kind of not feeling that no more. Like I will do that if it's a game I've already played that does that. Like I'll play Xenogears and let it do that. I'm gonna need to see the enemies on the map, man. Okay, I think we're so much past that, Nolan. We've evolved.
Or again, that's why one of the things I absolutely loved about Bravely Default. You can just turn random battles off.
There we go. But like seeing the enemies on there and stuff like that, and like just the visual distinctions between everything. Like some of this stuff, it creeps me out a little bit. Not gonna lie to you.
I shoot just some of the stuff I've seen is like, oh my god.
But it's everything's so
What is
big.
that?
It's so big, and then like everything's kind of distorted because they're not like you're fighting humans, but you're fighting like human-esque and like animal-esque things.
Dude, it was just a pair of hands. What the hell?
Yeah. I don't want to say too much, but I will tell you, get to the beach. Just get to that first,
Come on, the first time you get to the beach?
Yeah, get to the beach. Like, there's some stuff that's gonna be like, I don't know if I want to play this game because it's that's weird looking. Like he said, it was just some hands, man. How is it hurting? What is it doing to people?
I swear it felt like
I'm
something
enjoying
out of
it.
freaking Gantz or something.
I kind of wish I didn't get back into Tarkov because I want to play Tarkov with my friends. And then I'm only playing Expedition 33 on the big TV, so if Danielle's going to bed early that night, I can't play it because it's loud and.
Well, you better get some headphones.
No, I want to feel.
You want to? Hey, look, bro, the visuals. Good gracious,
It's a good looking game.
bro, it's pretty. Just the art style that they picked. Like we haven't had. I know we had Eternal Sonata, which was a very but that was more music inspired and not French art inspired.
Yeah.
This is, there's a lot of inspired in this game. It is great. It is fantastic. Apparently, they said that there is a good chance for DLC, and it sounds like they want to do free DLC. Which
even better.
yeah, who doesn't want that? They've already sold 2 million copies.
Yeah,
Which,
it sold pretty
again,
well out the gate.
For a 30 person development team.
Now, weren't these guys? Most of them worked somewhere else first.
Mm-hmm.
Where was it?
I can't remember. I remember we watched the developer thing,
Yeah.
the showcase for it.
I can't remember where they used.
And this game technically started as the lead producer's like a pet project he was just kind of doing, and then it became.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the movement and stuff too. Like I said, at the beginning when they first have you do it, I'm like, I don't know if I want to be zip lining around and like what you got me jumping because there's some platforming in the game. I'm gonna tell you now. Like there is like.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but I've
done a little bit,
but it's not crazy. And once you start doing it, it feels very fluid. It's just when I first was doing it, I'm like, I was supposed to be taking turns fighting people.
So I only have 3 characters right now. I'm sure you find more.
You know it's RPG, baby. It's an expedition, even though most of them.
Loon is right now my favorite.
Yeah, hey, she's strong.
Well, and I also like her movement. She just
floats. Yeah.
Hey,
I was like, wait a minute. She got no socks and shoes on?
No, yeah, she don't got no shoes on.
You run around barefoot. We in the whatever this is, and you barefoot, huh? All right, cool. Gustav in the suit, you know what I'm saying? So,
Well, they're all wearing their
they all
uniforms.
go, all going to, but they go like their battle armaments just look like really nice clothes.
Yeah.
But
That's what they do in France.
that's right. You got to get nice and neat.
They're not fighting. What do you think they're doing over there?
The Expedition 33, they fighting.
Well, I'm saying French.
Yeah, that's true. Eating baguettes.
Yeah.
Baguettes, yes.
And croissants.
And croissants.
My brother's been to France a couple of times now, and he said, yeah, the thing about folks walking around with the baguettes is 100% true. Just everybody.
They're not selling. They just got one.
Yeah, everybody just has one.
In case I need to, I need to put something with this bread. I just keep that thing going.
Always have it. Yeah, it's crazy.
We were talking about music earlier, buddy. There's some good music in this. Yeah. This has been a good year for OSTs because South of Midnight. I'm telling y'all, amazing soundtrack.
Yeah,
like way better than I thought it would be because I thought it was just gonna be some banjos and kind of Southern fried Creole and they got some good. They got some hits in there. But yeah, this one, it's so artistic.
Yeah,
and I generally sometimes don't like game like Metaphor was a heavy artistic game in a different way. This game is like
abstract art.
It is. Look at them creatures. Things look like your shapes ain't not all shaped right, but they
no, it's just a really good time to have Game Pass.
Man,
it's like Game Pass now is finally living up to what Microsoft I'm sure has wanted it to be for the last few years, but
All the
really,
developers kept pushing shit back.
yeah.
Well, I mean, we had to get it right. We had to get it right now. You know.
I mean, you look at everything that came out from. I mean, just from Indiana Jones.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's the jumping off point, right?
Yeah,
there.
Indiana Jones, Avowed, South of Midnight. You got Doom. What next week?
Next week, bro, Doom comes.
Are you
out.
serious?
Yeah.
We talked about this. This is going to be a problem, Zach. You are going to have way too many games to play.
Yeah,
I'm not playing Doom probably until
Summer. I shoot because
shit. Fucking Switch 2 comes out.
you better hope.
play
Hey,
it.
you better hope you get to it before Donkey Kong.
Well, Donkey Kong don't come out till July. So
That's why you got a little window.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
gotta
folks,
stop playing
folks
Donkey
are
Kong?
either they're forgetting or they don't know that Donkey Kong's not a launch game.
Yeah, I keep
Because
seeing.
I've heard a
month
lot
after.
of folks say, "Man, I can't wait to get Donkey Kong at launch." It's like it's not coming out till July.
Now my launch games are Mario Kart and Puyo Puyo Tetris 2.
There was a second launch game that I wanted if I end up getting the Switch.
Is it the Fire Emblem? I mean, that's Fire Emblem. The Hyrule Warriors.
What? That's a
That's
launch game?
that's not a launch game.
It's not a launch game.
No, I don't think it's coming out to like fall
Oh, they were showing it with the demos at the Switch.
or the summer. Yeah, but I don't think it's a launch game though.
They've been showing the Donkey Kong. That's not.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I definitely want that game too.
You probably want Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom again.
Well, I mean, yeah, it wouldn't hurt. And honestly, I wouldn't be heartbroken if I don't get. I've said it before. I wouldn't be heartbroken if I don't get a Switch 2 at launch. Because really, the one game I really want probably is not coming out till October. So
Metroid.
yeah,
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 4, and like you said before, it's not like nobody's going to be playing Kart World before.
Nope.
By the
Donkey
time
Kong
I get
came
it.
out. Nobody's on Mario Kart anymore.
Yeah, no, that's probably not happening.
Is it Nobunaga's Ambition?
No,
Okay.
Fast Fusion.
no.
I mean, that's a
You
good
want
one.
more racing?
Sounds like Shadows Generations.
I mean, you know what? Shoot, it might just been one of the GameCube games.
Oh well, you have to pay for those.
I mean, you got to
those,
pay.
right?
You do got to pay, but you don't have to pay.
Yeah, but
We've already paid.
Yeah. He wants to use them Street Fighter 6 macros on his.
Are you
Switch,
trying to
though.
get the new Rune Factory?
no.
Survival.
I thought that
Kids?
game already came out. Or did it come out? For something else is just coming out for
like-
Switch 2. Survival Kids.
Oh, it's like Thunder.
Oh,
The fireworks.
Wait,
It
what's
kind of
today?
sounds like fireworks.
What's today?
Cinco de Mayo. That was
No, it's
Monday.
not.
I mean, it's coming up Monday.
That's Monday.
That's Monday.
But it's coming up. I mean, people sometimes get an early start.
We do fireworks for that?
I mean, don't Mexico do fireworks for everything?
I don't know. I feel like something's going on today
Uh-oh.
because a lot of folks,
Hey, do you know Zach?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
That's a white holiday.
It is.
A holiday for the whites.
what, Cinco de Mayo?
Yes.
You know what it actually is though?
Yeah, a holiday for the whites.
Well,
I think that they can be Mexican just like St. Patrick's Day.
well, I mean, it's
For the whites
it's,
to be whites.
It's,
Yeah.
Maybe Irish though.
it's an excuse for them to drink beer mostly, but do you know what is that actually?
It's actually about one of them battles, right?
Which battle?
I don't know.
The Battle of Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, the battles. the battle of Tejano.
No, it's the Battle of Puebla. That was the first time the Mexican army defeated the Spanish. First time ever.
Spanish banged
And
the
it was
Mayans and
almost
turned them
it
into
was
Mexicans.
almost their only victory in their war against the Spanish. They only ended up winning because the Spanish just got tired of fighting and something else happened and they were like, you know what, we have it, and they just left. Hey, we won.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of folks just think, oh, it's like the 4th of July or something, right? And it's like Independence Day. It's like no, the war lasted, I think,
Yeah, it's
another
Mexican
2 years
Independence
or
Day.
something like that. I mean, no. So
Yeah, you looked at TMNT. That's that roguelike game. Finally coming to consoles.
oh yeah,
I mean, it was fun. I probably played a little bit more. I got an iPad, so because I can hook up the PS5 controller to it.
so you talked about Xbox increasing prices or something?
Oh, yeah. What were you saying about that?
Oh, they increased the price of starting May 1st, which is today. The systems went up like $100 and accessories went up like
So the Series X went to 600?
Yep. And then games will be officially $80 the holiday season. $79.99.
Interesting.
Like all of them, or only certain ones?
First party
This
games.
first party game.
Yeah, first party games will be $80.
I wonder what
It seems weird because they didn't, like, you asked, are they saying in retaliation to tariffs? And it's like they didn't mention anything about it. They just mentioned like, hey man, we kind of looked around and felt like, shit, this is what the price is gonna be. All right, y'all.
Yeah, it seems weird because I know they're not winning the console war right now, which they've already said that they're not really worried about winning the console war, but it's kind of like you want to still sell your console though.
Well, I know some, like a lot of tech companies are just going ahead increasing prices, getting ready for, or just
because they can,
just in case kind of thing.
Well, to me,
which is bullshit, by the way.
Yeah.
The just in case, I'm like, fuck off.
Well, because they're not going to lower the prices back down.
Right.
So the tariffs that's still hitting, they're saying there's going to be about 6 to 8 week lag time between when they were implemented and when we start feeling it. We're about 6 weeks in. We're about 2 weeks away from starting to see everything starting to come up. That's still under the tariffs. The only reason Nintendo didn't increase the price of their consoles is because the 90-day tariff thing, the thing that he stopped for 90 days, Nintendo moved their production from Japan to Vietnam when they thought when he ran again, they moved all their production to Vietnam because you remember his first term, he was talking about putting tariffs on Japan. And Nintendo was like, so he lost, crap, he's going to run again. Well, hell, if he wins, he's probably going to do that tariff thing he was talking about. Yeah. Well, let's move it down to Vietnam. He's probably not going to mess with Vietnam. They move all their production to Vietnam. Not just them. A lot of tech companies move their production to Vietnam. Slap the tariff on Vietnam too.
I saw what y'all was doing. Try to do it on the other side.
So, but when he did because they've come out and said, hey, if these tariffs come up, yeah, that price is probably going to go up. But they clearly. $450 was always going to be the price. Don't think that was the price they picked because they may do tariffs. That was always going to be the price.
We talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that.
They want to be under 500,
and they really seem like they don't want to do it much higher. But they did. I saw something somewhere where somebody, one of the, might have been the Nikkei or something. One of the news outlets was talking about, what if tariffs hit again, and they're like, they really seem like they do not, especially in America, they do not want to go much over that price because they are aware. I mean, everybody watched what happened with the PS3 when
flew off the shelves.
And it was
after it got dropped in price.
I mean, nobody bought the damn thing.
Yeah,
even the folks that bought it at launch to sell them on eBay. The GameStop I worked at, well, it was EB Games. Well, it was still GameStop. Either way, everyone that we knew we were selling it to some guy who was just putting it up on eBay, every one of those, everyone came back in the store before January 15th, whenever the extended return date was. Yeah. Every one we sold to somebody we knew was trying to sell that thing on eBay, they all came back. Because nobody wanted to spend $600 on the thing, not less whatever that price they were going to charge for it.
Not just charging $700. Just a little quick $100.
Especially back then.
Yeah, I'm just trying to flip it.
That was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Nasty.
It's crazy. But
or almost 20 years ago.
Nintendo is clearly aware, which I think they were surprised at how all of the allotment sold out. I think even they thought the pre-orders was going to be sold.
They literally released a press statement saying, "Hey, we didn't think y'all really wanted it like that."
If you go to Nintendo's website where you went to put in the pre-order, there's a blue box down there now that says, "Hey, so yeah, we can't guarantee you're going to get this thing on the 5th anymore because we may not have any. They may be pushing more out to stores because they all sold out of their allotment." And they want folks to have it, and they're clearly gonna try to satisfy whatever was put in through the website. But I think all of this took them by surprise. So to me, it seems like they're aware of the economic, what's going on in the world now. But what I'm worried about is what happens in 90 days. I'm hearing they're saying that Trump is probably going to back down eventually from all of it because even folks in his own camp are like, "Hey, so you're kind of messing everything up."
I just got to give it time to go through and
yeah.
The problem is these companies aren't going to change it. They're just going to hand down the price of the brick.
Well, yeah, and that seems to be what he doesn't understand. It's like there's a reason nobody does tariffs anymore because they don't work.
Because these companies aren't stupid. They're not like, let's move all these people back or move all these jobs back to the U.S. No, we'll just pass down the extra costs to the people, to the consumer. What are they going to do? Not buy our shit that they need? Fuck off.
It's not a tax on the exporter. It's a tax on us. We're the ones that pay it.
But this isn't a political podcast. This is video games.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
fuck all that shit because it messed up the pre-order because we were supposed to be able to pre-order April 9th, right?
Yeah, originally, yeah.
And people fucking lost their fucking minds. And then I didn't get a pre-order because they randomly opened it up on like some random Thursday, and I have to fucking work.
You ain't got no bots? I mean, if you really want it, bro, you should have had a bot.
I mean, at least
we might still be able to get it through Nintendo directly or something.
Maybe. Yeah. Or we might be able to do Costco. Or I wonder if Walmart's going to have any walk-in stuff.
They might.
They haven't done it since the Xbox One.
I was about to say Best Buy and Walmart usually at least try.
They didn't have it for the Series X or the PS5.
No, we had to get a Intel to get the PS5.
That's true. Yeah.
But that was also during COVID where they weren't letting fucking people in the store anyways.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Like I say, I won't be heartbroken if I don't get one.
I really do want to get one on launch. Like, because we were going to do that whole weekend with Mario Kart.
It'd be pretty fun. Pretty badass. Yeah, I mean, we'll still try to make an effort to get one.
I'm not going to pay more than MSRP though.
Oh yeah, no, we don't.
No, and I beg everybody to just don't do that.
Please.
Just if you can't get one at MSRP, just wait because that'll stop these idiots from doing this. Which is why I think Nintendo did the release here in spring instead of the fall. They want to get that stuff out of the way.
Yeah, before the holiday season.
Let those folks, do what they're going to do. I mean, they're still going to try to do it anyway. But I hope it's like the PS3 because, like I said, I personally know a lot of folks who bought that thing that it was a total bust for them. Spent thousands of dollars getting. I'm going to get all these PS3s and I'm going to make a killing on them, and they didn't make nothing.
Good.
Nobody bought that.
They've been doing that shit forever.
Yeah.
They're going to do it for the Switch too, and there'll be people that buy them. Because
that's the problem.
They have too much money for their own good.
Yeah, I mean,
a fool and his money will soon be parted.
Yep. I mean, if I was rich and I really wanted the Switch 2, and I found one for $1,200, and I've got 1.5 million in the bank, whatever. Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
Chump change.
But
give it to your boy.
Yeah,
it'll never not be chump change to me. How much money I get? Got to stand for something.
Live off the interest of that. Easy.
But so where he went to it with? Turned it into an annuity.
Yeah. So, but it'll be
Nolan Wentworth over here. Nolan G. Wentworth.
It'll be interesting to see how all that plays out. And just because computer prices are. A lot of those companies already start raising prices, but they're saying we're really going to start feeling that in the next 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, the thing that's nasty
I'm not
about
getting a PC. I thought I was going to get a PC this year. They ain't no fucking way.
That was the main reason I went ahead and bought one for Christmas, which I'm glad I did now. Cause,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with mine. I just wanted a nice new one.
Yeah.
I've yet to ever build just a house.
We'll get that monstrosity.
Well,
and
I basically did that this time.
Yeah, because I wanted to build
I got a little money. I want to go
absurd.
ahead and let me go ahead and do this before the prices start going up.
120 gigs of RAM.
Yeah.
5090, fastest processor. I wanted to go all out because I hadn't done that before.
I did everything but the graphics card because I have a 3080. Was it 14900K Intel i9?
Yeah, I think right now my PC that I have now
128
would probably be okay if I just upgraded the processor, but then I might have to upgrade the motherboard as well.
That's why
you know how it goes.
Because my old computer, my CPU was the bottleneck. It was an 8900K.
I think it's the bottleneck in my computer now.
It ran everything, but I just wanted something more. I was going to get a 1200, but then it was like the 14900K wasn't that much more. The i9 version of it too, and I was like, well, shoot, I'll just get that. And so far it's been fantastic. But yeah, I got 128 gigs of RAM. And the problem is like, man, I messed myself up though, because I my next computer can't be lower than any of this stuff. Exactly. And I got 2 Evo 990 NVMe's, a 2 gig for my main drive and a 4 gig. And I probably end up getting a second 4 gig if I ever need the space. So
you need terabytes.
Terabytes, excuse me. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they're kind of small.
Yeah.
That's all right. I knew what you meant, but you kids don't know, but at first megabytes was a thing.
Oh, I still remember when the first like 120 meg hard drives were coming out. Our friend's older brother, he was like, because he's just putting everything on these little discs.
Floppies, baby,
floppy discs.
3.1.
How much?
When the 1.44 meg discs came out, well, 1.44 megs were the smaller hard ones.
Yep.
The floppies were
from about the 3.8 inch ones.
Yeah. They could be anywhere from like a few kilobytes. Actually, they were always just kilobytes.
I remember when
the 1.44 megabyte ones was like, where you could put all kinds of stuff on there. A couple of ROMs on this one.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when my mom, she was an accountant for Muzak, and she wanted to possibly venture off and do kind of what you're doing now. And she bought a zip drive.
Oh
snaps.
Yeah.
And
zip drive,
the big fat disc.
Dude, that shit blew my mind. 100 megabytes on this thing.
We almost bought one because that was just unheard of. 100 megabytes on a drive.
We had a
insane.
She used it for all of her, like spreadsheets and accounting and all.
Yeah, which she could probably store everything she'd ever made on one.
Well, she had a zip drive for every different company or whatever she was working for.
Dude, they had. So we had Macintosh had a computer lab that was donated by the Bill and Linda Gates Foundation, and so we had all of these PCs, right? And then my aunt was over like all the technology stuff that we had. She was the librarian. They end up like saying like, okay, you can also do the computer lab. So she had this giant metal closet thing in the middle of the in the back, like a back of the computer lab. And I was like, what's in there? Like, I don't ever see you open it up. And she's like, oh, it's just stuff that goes to the computer. So I would stay after school with her. And I asked her to open it up. I'm like, okay, what we got in here? And they had USB zip drives. And I'm like, this is pre like CD burner and all this stuff too. Mm-hmm. And it's like, bro, you could 100 megs. And she just had a bunch. It was like basically every PC.
I can never fill this up.
Yeah. Every PC had a zip drive you could connect to it. I don't think it was USB. I think it had like some sort of like its own like
serial
proprietary
serial port or
there you go, yeah,
something like that, yeah.
And but then it was just a stack of these blank zip drives, and I was like, oh, this is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we are old, but actually not really, because all that stuff went really fast. We went from like kilobytes being a thing, then megabytes became a thing, and I remember like a gig was like absurd.
Yeah,
like.
I remember when thumb drives started coming out, and they were like a few hundred megs, but then they started coming out with 1 gig and 2 gig and
120 gigs.
The original Xbox came out in 2001.
2001, yep.
And had a 20 gig hard drive on it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That was like, why would we need a 20 gig hard drive?
Yeah, why do you need this? And you know it was crazy.
Then you could rip so much music onto it.
So much music. Because all the Xbox, well, I don't say all of them, but a lot of Xbox games had custom soundtracks.
Yes.
And it doesn't seem like a thing.
That's so fucking cool.
Because all y'all you got Spotify now and YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Because some of y'all don't want to pay for a streaming service, so you just got YouTube videos playing. I understand.
Burnout.
Yep.
With the custom soundtrack.
NFL 2K5.
So good.
Custom sound. Like, it's just,
you could have like touchdown celebration music, run out music. Like, dude, they had.
The Xbox was doing things that
Lil Wayne soundtrack was basically our.
Listen to the whole Carter just.
Yeah. What's the one song about cooking the crack, the hose in the back?
Cash Money Millionaires.
Yeah. That was like, dude, that song was like.
I just imagine younger Zach just sitting there, got a bitch in the back, got a O in the front.
Dude, it was me and my 2 roommates. We just sat there. We'd play custom seasons. Our first year in college.
Well, it's like when they had that stuff, it seemed like it was stupid. Like it was so extra for no reason. But then like when you saw it in action, you're like, wait, this makes a whole bunch of sense. What we said before, you take something, let's make a Souls RPG. why does anybody else have done that yet? It's like, what do you mean custom soundtracks and games? That's kind of like nobody cares about that.
Oh, you know what?
Dude, the original Xbox was
It was way ahead of its time.
ahead of its time.
Yeah.
It was just it was weird because it was from
Out of nowhere.
the computer people.
And then, I don't remember there being any advertising for it.
Oh, it just showed up
The
one day.
Xbox?
Yeah.
It had
There definitely was.
there was
I mean, not advertising, but like there was no like
hype for it, I guess.
not hype. Like I didn't hear about it until like a couple months before it came out.
Oh, I did. Well, I mean, I was a huge video game.
Well,
nerd.
you were,
But and that was also when I first started having access to the internet, and when I found out there were websites devoted just to video game news. That's all that.
bro.
Wasn't
Wasn't that a crazy thing
That's
to find?
all I did. Yeah.
internet for me was Dragon Ball
Well, yeah.
Well,
and Counter Strike.
Mine was just like Dragon Ball. Okay.
I ran a Dragon Ball Z website.
Yeah, the GeoCities on there.
It was Angel Fire.
My
Angel Fire.
gosh, Angel Fire. It was those sites, and then it was cheat codes to like cheat code CC or whatever it was.
CMGSCCC.
What was that?
I forgot what it stood for, but that was the website that had all the cheats and
Okay.
stuff for games.
Yeah.
This is CMGSCCC.
Was that the one? Was that the site that had the link to the walkthroughs where like when you first look at the walkthrough, somebody took the
ASCII art
yeah,
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, this is the right one. Now I'm at the right spot here. This will tell me exactly what I need.
Oh,
to
we
know.
used to always go there, and then GameFAQs came up, and
Yeah.
is GameFAQs still around?
Oh yeah,
I think it is.
yeah. Oh,
yeah.
it definitely
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
I remember
People still posting on the message boards over
we
there.
used to go there to look for fighting game moves and stuff, but we would not read it unless it was one guy, which I think later on we found out was James Chen.
That makes sense.
But it was always one name we'd look for. If he didn't have a guy, I don't care.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see it.
But yeah, just that evolution of like the size of files and like Microsoft doing the 20 gig hard drive when nobody like, bro, the PlayStation 2 memory card was 8 megabytes.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Final Fantasy 11 was out yet. There was no hard drive for the PlayStation 2.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
No, that hard drive thing came way
It came later. Yeah.
And then they was like, you know what's cool about that hard drive? Slim PS2. Can't use it on it.
Oh, yeah.
Take that.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. So you need another version of the PlayStation that we're not actively manufacturing anymore.
Good luck.
Bro, that was a horrible Christmas for me.
Yeah.
Because my dad bought me a PS2. This is after my house burned down because I had original PS2. So he bought me another one. I was like, oh, snap, I gotta get back into PS2. And then I'm going to play Final Fantasy 11 with Steven and Ronnie. And then he gave it to me because I never waited to Christmas because I was a terrible child. And I was like, this is awesome, but this is the wrong PlayStation. He's like, what do you mean it's wrong? That's the PlayStation 2. What you wanted? I'm like, Dad, I really appreciate this, but I'm going to need that receipt because I'm going to Walmart tonight. And we went to Saraland Walmart, 2 other Walmarts at the time. None of them had it. I was sick.
It was tough.
Yeah. And I missed out on another MMO. So I hate them. But all right. If you guys are playing Obscure, please tell us what are your thoughts on it? Don't spoil anything. I know we said a little bit of the intro, but that's the intro. You're going to have to play that anyway.
Yeah.
People going to die. It's JRPG, and the game was based on death. So, yeah, people died in the very beginning. But love to hear your thoughts, favorite characters. Again, don't say anything that's a little too far because, again, I think the story of this game, like as much as the combat and stuff carries the game for me, the story is really, really interesting. And I'm sure somebody will be like, oh, it's just based on this particular thing. That's cool. I don't care. It's my first
some
time.
random book that I've never read. Like, I don't read books.
First and foremost.
Dude, this story is like super original.
I've never heard anything like this ever.
Like it.
And it's very intriguing. I don't care if you've read this shit when you're a fucking teenager. Get out of my face.
This is Le Monde, the book. Read this in 3rd grade, bro. You guys didn't read that? No, we didn't. Okay, we read American stories about Johnny Appleseed and Paul Bunyan. That's what we learned about.
Wait, what'd you call it? Le Monde?
Le Monde.
The world?
Oh, so that's kind of cold though, ain't it? I'm just saying that's kind of a cold.
I was trying to think of Le Monde. It's like that.
I don't know
basically
French.
the world, but
Those
what could that be translated to? Like the big world, the dual worlds.
What's the soap opera? As the World Turns or something like that?
Yeah, there you go.
That's what it is.
Yep. Just saying, don't steal that name and then not give me no check because I'm gonna come find you. There's an indie game that's been like in development for 7 years. It's called that. But yeah, love to hear your thoughts on it. If you care about the Xbox price increases because, I don't know anybody who has one.
I feel like everybody has one already.
Ever buys
that's what I
Series
think
X.
too. And they might still be producing and just trying to cover the costs.
If you don't have one, you should get one.
I've always been an advocate for the Xbox Series X.
It's a good system.
The Series X is a fantastic piece of hardware.
It is.
It is absolutely fantastic.
Pair it with Game Pass.
Yeah, and if you have Game Pass and you don't have a Series X, if you're still playing Game Pass, I had somebody I work with and her son had an Xbox One, but he also had Game Pass, and I'm like,
she's trying.
Yeah, and I'm like, because he was getting ready to go to college, and she wanted to get him something special to go to college, and she was like, "You play games, right?" I was like, "Yeah," and it's like, he likes to play his Xbox One, and I got him this Game Pass thing, and I was like, wait, he has an Xbox One? Like, yeah. Oh, that's what you need to get him.
It's like get him Series S,
Series X,
not the S,
not the 1X, not the 1X.
I got you.
Not the S.
I got you an upgrade, son, which it technically would be.
It technically would be. Yeah.
All three of those would be.
It would be
technically, but I was like, no, get him a Series X, and she did, and I told her it's like, oh, that's all he plays now. Because if you still have an Xbox One for some reason. And you put your hands on a Series X, you can never go back to it.
Steven,
you will never go back to it.
At that Xbox One we had at the shop with
disdain. Yeah,
bro, he did not like. He would be like, "Hey, man, we got to get this kid on something else. You don't want to play the PS5, bud? They all playing Xboxes. Yeah, but that's an Xbox. I play Fortnite with them. Yeah, you can, but are you really playing with them?"
You're loading the game while they've already touched down on Tilted Towers.
Bro, they are in the blimp. They're in the bus, and you are somehow still on the island. We don't. I don't know what you want me to do, bud.
I'll tell you what. One thing I forgot about the series. I know we're trying to go.
No, you good.
One thing I totally forgot when I went to go play. So I played Indiana Jones in
the one
December a little bit. I got to play it again briefly in early April. You know, I totally forgot that thing has the game pause thing. Like you could just turn the quick system on. I turned that system on, started the game. I was right back where I was in December. Right there through power outages and everything.
Bro, it is
I was
wild.
Still there, and then I started up Sea of Stars. I was right back where I was in that game too. I was like, I totally forgot about this. This system is freaking amazing.
I will load up Neon Abyss randomly. And be like, I got to start a new run, huh? Oh, no.
No, yeah, you're right back where you were.
Give me a few moments to let me figure these controls out again.
I was right back in the sands of Egypt right the last time I played the game.
But I will tell you,
where I left it.
If it's something like 2K or something, the quick resume, Call of Duty and quick resume, it does not. Nope. Hey,
yeah, well, yeah,
you gotta quit.
It doesn't work on everything.
You got to quit the game. It's gonna break. It's gonna be like, hey,
I've had 4 games that I could resume at one time when I was playing a bunch of stuff.
Oh, if I load up Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth right now, it's gonna put me right outside of that whatever room I was at before.
It's like
it actually has it'll tell you which games you have on quick resume if you go to your library. So they have like games, apps, and then like everything.
Yeah.
There's a section in the management section where it says like quick launch games.
Oh, okay.
So like Fight Night Champions for me is always on quick resume because I'll just throw it on, do a fight, and then
that is so good.
That's an Xbox 360 game, by the way. And it
has quick resume.
Oh yeah, it just goes it's going back in it.
Yeah, because I had like an Xbox 360 game, and then a couple of like free Xbox Live games that I was playing at the time, and then an Xbox Series X game, all on quick resume, and I could just go back and forth through all of them. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good.
The Xbox Series X really is a fantastic piece of hardware.
It's a shame nobody's gonna buy any more of them though.
Yeah, that's too bad.
You'll buy them used.
Oh,
I wonder if the used
the resale market might.
Okay, that's why I saw something on a site the other day that was saying that everybody was trying to hurry up and like trade in their Series X or getting ready to sell their Series X's or something like that. That must be what they were talking about.
Price.
Well, you know, the PS5 increased their prices everywhere but America.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, but why would I care about what's happening outside of America? USA. USA.
Sure did.
USA.
Yeah.
Only
and
knows
that's like the third time they've raised the price of the PS5.
Bro, Max Bean said they raised the price of the dickless PS5.
Yeah. They sure did. So it's just things are about to get weird.
Yeah, especially if you play Clair Obscure Expedition 33. It's going to get weird, but in a good way.
Yeah. Now's a good time to have Game Pass.
It is. And if that's not your cup of tea, Doom is coming out in like a week. So
And Doom is coming out in a week.
Game Pass right now is stacked.
Yeah. It
time,
really is.
And they just still adding stuff into it too.
Elder Scrolls.
Oh, Oblivion.
Oblivion.
I
Was
know
that Shadow dropped? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna be like Lewis or somebody's gonna be like, "Hey man, you ain't talking about Oblivion, brother. I'm sorry."
So I was out of town.
So quick resume right now.
You played it?
I had to load it up. I mean, I had to put Patrick Stewart real
I
quick.
downloaded it. It's on my laptop and my desktop. I'm scared to start
Elder
it.
Scrolls fan, so I don't really care.
Oblivion is my favorite one. I mean, I love Skyrim. Skyrim is obviously the one that you should play, but Morrowind was the one that got me into the series. I went back and played a little bit of 1 and 2, but 3 was like really good, but I never finished it. 4 was the one I was just like. I was
Enemy
like,
still scale on it. Just let y'all know.
I mean, every time I started playing that game, just the world just sucked me in. And so I cannot wait to actually, because I could not play that game for less than like at least 6 hours at a time. I used to get what I call Elder Scrolls butt. My butt would be so sore from sitting in the same chair for 6 to 10 hours playing that one game. I played
Yeah, get
so
up,
much.
Take a break, man.
I
Walk
know.
around.
I mean, I'm too old to be doing that now.
I'm gonna pop.
But you might have a stroke, but a blood clot forming. I mean,
Yeah.
it happens.
Hey, take care of yourselves.
Yes, please take care of yourself.
But yes, the Oblivion Shadow drop, and I mean, it seems to be way better than the thing I played on Xbox 360, which wasn't bad, but also like when Skyrim came out, I was like, okay, so this is definitely not what I played on before this. So this, but yeah, it is also
Skyrim is a better
150
game.
gigs.
Yeah,
It's 150 gigs.
it's hefty.
Play Obscure is only 33, so
Yeah, it's hefty.
yeah.
But again, I forgot. One more reason to have Game Pass because
that's crazy.
It's a Bethesda game, which makes it a first party game, which means it's always free on Game Pass.
Yep.
Which also somebody brought up is like, oh yeah, when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out in 2030, which is like a realistic release window for that game now. It's going to be free on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Assuming I'm still on Game Pass at that point, which I probably will be. But yeah, just
Enjoy some games, if nothing else.
yeah.
There's really good games out right
We got a really good summer coming up just with the Switch alone. And
They
then,
literally have like 5 AAA games in the last 2 months.
more or less, yeah.
Let's say Oblivion,
Avowed,
South of Midnight,
South of Midnight,
Expedition 33, and then Doom.
Doom is coming out, yep.
Plus, there's some other stuff that's mixed in there.
Yeah, I'm about to look at it real quick because I know they had a
Yeah, I know it's stuff we're forgetting.
Cruising Near came out. Towerborn is coming out, or I think that might have came out already.
Yeah, it's either coming out or it just came out.
Anno 1800 just got added to consoles. Far Cry 4. Towerborn is out. The Patrick Star game came out on Game Pass, like released.
Oh shit! Far Cry 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was just added recently.
GTA 5 got added back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Blueprints, which apparently is an incredible puzzle.
Oh yeah, everybody's
roguelike
loving that game. Yeah.
It's on Game Pass. Commandos came out on Game Pass.
I mean, Game Pass.
Commandos Origins is.
I mean, even at $20 a month, it's a pretty good deal.
It is.
Even if you just paying the $20 for 1 month to play all those games, That's a pretty freaking.
Hey, you
pretty
pretty much
freaking
won,
deal.
bud.
Yeah.
I don't know. Atom Fall.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I played that for like 30 minutes and then I turned it off.
Yeah,
It wasn't what I thought it was.
yes. Go ahead.
I thought it was supposed to be an extraction shooter.
No, a lot of folks did for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was supposed to be
the way
an
they
extraction
kind of
shooter. But
talked about like how it was going to be made it seem kind of extraction shooter like.
and then it was only single player, so I was like, oh, this isn't the game for me.
Yeah.
Because I play multiplayer. That's what I like.
Yeah.
I play some single player, obviously with Obscure and Uden Chronicles and other things like that, but my cup of tea is multiplayer.
Oh, I forgot the Uden Chronicles. All of the little DLCs for that is out now, right?
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Time to jump back in.
Or I know I got them all because I finally found my code. If you kickstarted the game, they were all free. The little episodes.
I have put like 5 or 6 hours into 33 Immortals.
Did you play it?
Yeah, I actually really enjoy that game.
Dude, the concept of it is pretty cool, right?
Yes.
I played. We did one of the first level run.
I've only played the first level.
Well, we did that, and then, I think we beat the boss. Like because I mean, obviously,
I think I've only beat the boss.
yeah.
No, I don't think I beat the boss.
Because I did
fought the
two
boss
runs.
once.
I did 2 runs. The first one I did by myself. We got to the boss, got about halfway down, and we just couldn't do enough damage before he just started covering the screen with moves. And then I played it with Muller, and we got to the boss, and there was clearly people who had been playing the game a lot more than us because their characters had way more visual elements to them, and they ransacked. Like we was doing damage because you could see your stats and
It's
stuff.
a fun game.
Dude, it's a very simple concept, right? 33 people get dropped into this map, and it's got Diablo style kind of gameplay to it. And then you got to go to.
I'd say it's faster than Diablo 2.
Yeah, it is. And then you go into those different what do they call them? The little dungeons.
Little dungeons, like little instances.
Yeah.
Only I think 6 or 8 people.
Six for the regular ones, and then I think 8 for the bigger ones. But yeah, you like in this big map, and you all get spawned randomly and stuff like that. And
But
then,
as it goes, people die off.
yeah, they do.
The idea is to try and get all 33 to the end boss, but it's not going to happen.
I think we end up having like 20 something. Because a couple of people, as the little summoning thing was there, they went to a different one, and yeah, it was
They
just
couldn't
them.
finish
the
event.
No, they won't be able to finish that.
But no, it's really if you.
So I mean, it's a neat
It's
little
something you
game.
just jump in and play for like 30 minutes, then jump back out. You
So
don't have to sit there and play for hours on end.
I'm assuming it's cross-platform, so
Oh, it might be. I don't know. I played it on. What did I play it on? I've played it on both console and PC.
because it got your progress on
Yeah.
the same year, so I think it is. Yeah, I rerun that one time after I beat Expedition 33. They had a Diablo 3 to Game Pass for some reason,
I think it's just like,
getting all the Blizzard stuff on there.
I guess,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because they added Modern
Probably.
Warfare 2 back on there, or no, it was never on there, right? What are we on? Black Ops? Yeah, because Modern Warfare 3 was the first one that came out on Game Pass, right?
Yeah, because that's how I played it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to play it. The campaign.
Did I play that campaign? I think I did.
I played 2. I
I
think.
definitely did. It was, man,
No, that's the one that just drop you in, right?
with the open maps and stuff.
I
Yeah,
ain't doing that shit.
yeah.
Because 2 was the one where you fought the tank at the end, right?
Yeah, that was some good stuff right there. Almost Metal Gear Solid, like
Almost, yeah.
not quite though. Don't get it twisted. It wasn't that quite that.
Black Ops does the open world kind of thing too, but it's way better.
Okay.
Way better.
Way better.
Yeah.
All right. Let us know what you think about all this stuff that's happening. Like, share, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. You know, comment especially. Like to interact with people when I can.
Yep.
And we'll be back maybe next week.
Probably. I don't see any reason why I won't be here next week.
All right then. You heard it first. Lock it in.
Hopefully we'll be back to weekly.
Yeah.
At least with us, huh?
Get well soon, Steve. Peace.
Crossover combination